Yeah, well, I mean, I went to Waverley, and me and my mum, we just grew up renting around the eastern,
Yeah,
the whole city, really. Like, and it's funny, yeah. You grew up in Daceyville, right? And the
yeah,
commission
that's
place there,
right. I
yeah,
was in the housos.
yeah. And so that was the one place because I guess there was a few available around Daceyville. Must have been a fairly high turnover rate. So that was the one place we were looking at moving, but yeah, we just ended up sticking it out and renting.
Yeah, okay, okay. Yeah,
Mm.
we got the house. I was there for what, in Five Banks Avenue, man. I was there a long time. I drove past there the other day and had a look in there. You know what I mean? It just hasn't changed. It's like a little Lego land. It
Yeah,
is, mate. We
man.
we used to G up. I said, imagine if you come home pissed, mate. You wouldn't even because all the houses are exactly the same. So you wouldn't even know. Like you could just stumble into someone's joint and wouldn't even realise. Oh, classic,
That's
mate.
classy,
Classic.
man. Well, I'm interested to pick your brain about what that was like growing up there, because the reason we never ultimately moved into the houses was just because, well, I was just chatting to my mum about this the other day. Like, she was worried, about the influence of older people in the housing commission area. And because I guess that's the risk you take, right? Like living in public housing, if you're near the beach, say
Yeah,
Maroubra or Merriweather or fucking Wollongong,
yeah,
wherever, you've kind of won the lottery in a sense. But you're subject to the older crew, aren't you? And what they're doing. And if they're doing over houses and doing over whatever else, you're probably gonna end up doing that too, right?
Well, you can get caught in that little vacuum, you know what I mean? But at the same time, is we're very, very lucky that we had surfing and we loved it so much that everything was just generated around the beach and surfing. But man, I've seen a lot of people go by the wayside. But at the same time, is not every family is lucky. Like some people, for us, like we didn't have nothing, like absolutely nothing. You know what I mean? So that like the house was pretty much it. Like you know what I mean for the cheap rent and getting looked after, mate. Because otherwise we couldn't make ends meet. And so some people ain't as lucky as that, and most of them do, mate. They do go by the wayside, man. There's a lot of crackheads and junkies, and unfortunately, you know what I mean. And that that's that whole thing of housos, it has that stigma, but the stigma is warranted too.
Mm.
It was just sometimes you can pull yourself out of there, and sometimes people get caught in the vat, and they just get sucked up and swallowed up, and just another number in the system now.
Mm. Yeah, it is lucky you had surfing because, yeah, you look at guys who say don't grow up at Daceyville, say they grow up at Lake Macquarie or Mount Druitt or, one of these other
Yep.
big houso kind of hotbeds. There's not really anything to put you on the straight and narrow. There's not a lot of purpose. Like there's football, yeah, I guess,
Yep.
and like
Yep.
those places are major producers of professional football players. But if
Yeah.
you don't end up making the grade, or even if you do, like, fuck, mate, like it's pretty easy to get caught up in nefarious criminal
Like,
activities.
mate, well, it's all around you, isn't it? So it's like
Exactly.
monkey see, monkey do. Straight up, that's how it kind of is. And and you're a young kid, and your parents are struggling to make ends meet. You're on the street. You come home in the afternoon. You got to fend for yourself. Like, mate, you're out in the street. You're with the boys or whatever it may be. And then what if those older guys they're doing this? That's going. Oh, that's cool to do this. And man, that's no worries. Don't worry about it. But then, like, so what do you know? That's all you know. So like it's no different to you what that is. You know what I mean? Like just so like and then you moved out of there and you went to like a normal neighborhood and stuff like that. Mate, that would be out of the that would be abnormal for you because you grew up in so long in this environment that you'd be kind of walking out going like everyone's going oh hello and when you walk out of the house batten down the hatches that's got to be locked windows mate, it's unfortunate, but that's life. Some are lucky, mate, and some ain't so lucky.
Mm. And looking back on it all, like, how do you reckon growing up there shaped you?
Well, obviously, like so the houses, but then you got Maroubra too. It's such a core environment, you know what I mean? So you always had your wits about you. You know what I mean? Like you didn't rarely that you dropped the ball on anything, mate. You grew up very streetwise. Like a lot of people are very intelligent. Sit them in the classroom, mate. 100 out of 100, no worries. Throw them across the road, spin them in a circle, go make your way home. Can't do it. you know, so that made me like a full survivor. Like I survived. Look, my household was good, mate. You know what I mean? I always had food in the cupboard. You know, the water was always on, electricity, things like that. You know, obviously I didn't have all the bees knees gear, but so be it. But we survived, and I think it just made me more hungry at that stage to do what I was doing, which was illegal. You know what I mean? But it made me hungry. I was like, mate, I see here my mum and her partner like arguing like over like bread and milk, mate. Like, you know, you open the wallet and there's like $3.20 in there or something, you know, just enough to get the bread and milk. Like, you just kind of going. So there was no going out for dinners, mate. There was no dinners. There's none of that shit. You know what I mean? So but I just think it's how I grew up. That was my environment. Like, so I didn't really have much, so I fought for everything that I had. You know, don't get me wrong. Like, I worked my ass off when I was a kid. I did. I did like a pastry cook. So in the morning, I'd get up, I'd make the pies at White Cake Shop, and then I went down to Maroubra Bay. I made the pastries, the pies, and everything. That first thing in the morning, had the shower, went to school, come home. I mean, after school, go for a surf. Then I work at Jeff Doig's surf shop, Island the Classics surfboards. Work there, help out there, stock shells, whatever it was, serve people and stuff like that. After that, I'd go home, jump on the bus. I'd go home and do the paper run. You know, so my work ethic was there from a very young age, but obviously I got tired of that and went
Yeah,
elsewhere.
well, it's interesting, man. Like, I mean, and you know, I had similar experiences. I grew up digging holes. My uncle all around South Sydney and the eastern suburbs and the city, and you know, when you're with a single mom or you know who's paying rent, or whether you're in the housing commission, shit looks pretty fucking bleak for you when you're a grommet swinging shovels around or getting up at 4 a.m. to make pies. Like, you're going, well, so how do I get the amount of money to actually get a fucking house in this city? And like, you know, you start looking at things and you're like, wow, like I'm up against it here. This is bullshit. Who fucking invented this system?
You're absolutely right there, but in the beginning, when you're young, you don't really know any better. Obviously, you see kids a little bit more privileged and stuff like that. I've never been a jealous type ever, mate, if that guy wins $1 billion, mate, congratulations, clap on the back. You know what I mean? So you don't really know, but when you start getting that little bit older, you see the more privileged kids, and you know you realise, like, oh, look at this fucker, look at the car he's driving, look at this, the silver spoon in their mouth, and that you kind of go, oh, fuck, how can I get there? Like, you know what I mean? And then opportunities arise, and I've always been an opportunist, always. You know what I mean? Those days are gone, though. I give you the tip, but at the same time, I've always been an opportunist, mate. Things come to me, they got handed to me, and then you know, once you get one thing over the line, and then you realise, well, hold on here, like, you know, I'm grabbing a keg for like, you know, like $16,000. I'm coming back in the beginning stages, and they're going for 120. I come in, I do it, and get rid of a 120, mate. You know, like, so 16 US was $20,000, so I'm making 100 grand. Never seen 100 grand in my life. Like, you know, and I'm only young too. I'm only young, still living in the houses, still in the houses. You know what I mean? And then I'm just going, mate, what about this? And I just had the balls to just keep doing what I was doing, you know what I mean? And obviously, you know, inflation, everything kind of goes up at the end, mate. You know, you're grabbing a brick for 20 and they're 200 here. Like, you know what I mean? So it's big money. That's why there'll never be an end to that type of shit. There'll never, you know, like the war on drugs, mate. It's just, mate, it's unbeatable, mate. It is.
Fully. It's a J up. Yeah. And it's interesting, man. Like, you know, we're talking about a brick of cocaine, obviously. And I look at, you know, a lot of people who, you know, grew up the same as me, you know, in that kind of housing commission or single parent household with no assets coming down the chute to them, who are in that position. You know, they're doing scaffolding, they're doing a trade or whatever at 16. A lot of these guys got jack of that because they weren't making any headway. And so they ended up, dealing drugs, trafficking, and because it really, like, and I guess my point is that a system that's built the way it is with people on the ground floor in these situations where they're basically a slave for their for the next 50 years at best. Like
Just
a
the
lot of people
commoner.
go, "What's that?"
Just the commoner. Now, those
Yeah.
commoners are not supposed to get ahead. That's exactly right. Well,
Exactly.
these days you can, but back in our day, mate, that was it. Like I was carpet laying too. Mate, you would get your little set wage, mate. Like, how on earth are you going to afford to how to play? Mate, people weren't buying. You can't, mate. That's why it was like a government. That's how in my head. That's how it was it's like a control thing, mate. Those guys are peasants. They have to stay peasants to keep this country running.
And not only that, Wayno, like they like their peasants bringing in cocaine because who do you think's doing it? The fucking judges, the
Mate.
barristers, mate, the feds, coppers get on the fucking coke, mate.
Mate.
I know I've played football with them, mate. Like
Yeah.
like I've seen cunts fucking doing cocaine.
Well, you know what?
It's
You know who the biggest fucking hypocrite is? You know that Ray Hadley piece of shit? He gets on his fucking radio bag and everyone. Mate, the guy gets pinched for fucking bashing his wife, right? Okay, this is bang. He went, this is fair income, right? Then years later, his son gets caught buying fucking cocaine and doing it. Then it's like, oh, mate, he's got issues. Don't worry about everyone else who has issues. And that Ray, he's the biggest piece of shit. He runs down everybody, right? And yet here he is bashing his wife, mate. She's divorced him, right? He goes to court. It's all fucking kind of hush-hush. His son gets pinched. Who's a copper? His son's a copper.
No
right?
way.
Yeah, mate, that Ray Hadley's son is a copper buying fucking coke, snorting coke and carrying on like he's all, yeah, mate. And then when people ring me up, go, what about, oh, mate, he wouldn't take people's calls. I said, you fucking hypocrite piece of shit. That's just, they're all like it. All those top end, and they want to sit there and judge and look down on people. You know what I mean? But I guarantee you, Ray Hadley's son had the silver spoon in his mouth and up his ass.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like to fucking help him. And he's a copper getting caught. I went, fucking what a piece of shit,
mate. That's what we are, Wayno. We're peasants or we're mules. Pick one.
Mate, but see, people like me, like back in the day, like you said, you're getting pinched. So you got judges getting paid, you got solicitors, barristers, you got the other side, the DPP, mate. So what it is it's a fucking network of money, revenue, like right there. You know what I mean? For people, that's what they need. Yeah, they don't need people. I mean, don't get me wrong, but what I'm saying is, like people like us keep the fucking world flowing, and all these pieces of shit around it. Like all these judges, mate, they're all like pedophile, mate. That's what I say. I've always said, mate, there's a secret society with these hobnobs. They're there to protect each other, mate. They oversee each other. Look, mate, he's all right. You know what I mean? Like you got a guy that rapes 10 kids and kitty fiddles them, just a full manipulator. Like just go like it's just a proper manipulator. Don't get me wrong, what I did was wrong, but I never twisted anyone's arm to fucking buy a gram of cocaine or whatever it may be, or take that Kool-Aid. Never. They're like, oh, mate, you need to take this, mate. I never did nothing like that, mate. That was over their own free will. Fair enough, I was bringing something illegal. I'm not going to justify that. But what I can't get my head around is these days, when you're in jail, there's jails full of these high up people, and they have these little jails for them, you know what I mean? So no one can get to them. Mate, they're just kiddie fiddlers, getting 3 and 4 years, mate. That's it, just 3 or 4, mate. That's all right. I just tampered with fucking 10 kids and fucked their whole lives up, their families' lives up, their brothers and sisters' lives up. I've just fucked everyone's life up. That's all right, 3 or 4 years. Just sit back in a nice little jail, get all the perks, get the best jobs, and they get out longer visits. Oh yeah, mate, it's fucking sickening. It's sickening.
It is sickening. I've always said it, like the richest people on earth, and this is what Jeffrey Epstein proved, like the richest people on earth, and I've had mates that, work their way up to be, working on super yachts, started out as a boat mechanic and then get the skills in that. And so they see these people, these super yacht set in the fucking Mediterranean, and all they do is do cocaine and fuck expensive prostitutes. And then when it's true, man, like Saudi fucking princes, like the works, like fucking tabloid owners, and so when they get bored of that, I guess when the coke and the expensive escorts are no longer, entertaining them, then they start fucking children. And that's what Jeffrey Epstein did, right? Like that's what that whole thing is about. I mean, Epstein, the dude who
of course, mate.
Everyone knows that kind. So yeah, it's a they're just full blown reptiles. Like they're just powered by lust. They have no values. They're nihilistic. They treat working class and blue
but
collar
in
people, like
100%. But in saying that, you must have a sixth-worth mind for you to even think about kids. Like for me, if I see a kid, man, I'm there just nurture them and cuddle them and help them, whatever. So for you to have that sick, demented mindset to even fucking lower yourself to like, there's got to be something already in them. You know what I mean? I don't know, because I'm not that way, you know, and I'll never be that way. But like I said, these high-end people, like it's their surroundings too. Like I said, with the people they're with, and there's got to be something in them already. Like who thinks like that?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
It's an innocent little child. It's like a complete. When I see a child, it's just the innocent. The last thing you're thinking of is grooming them and like feeding them and like nurturing them. This is what I mean. This is how sickening this whole thing is. And then they go and get sentenced, and they're lucky to get fucking 3 or 4 years. You know, like it's that's why I said always that there's a secret society there, mate. They're just putrid.
Yeah, there's heaps of them. There's heaps of those secret societies. You know, there's ones that run wars. There's ones that run like human trafficking, and yeah, like frick, man, it exists. It
Oh, mate,
exists.
100%.
Like,
Mate, if you
not
think
really a
that doesn't
secret anymore.
exist, you got the blinkers on, mate. You got the blinkers on.
I don't think anyone really believes that they don't exist anymore, because they've been proven. Like we've seen, like, you know, there's seen what happened with that whole Epstein thing was so crazy. And you know, obviously the military industrial complex and the prison industrial complex and the war against drugs and the fucking pharmaceutical drug complex. You know, let's get back into some lighter notes, I guess, just with surfing and that. Like, so talk us through the early days at Maroubra. You mentioned Jeff Doig. I was with his son just a couple nights ago, Reef, and you know, he's a Maroubra icon. My uncle knew him. And, you know, I was actually it's funny, he was the first guy you brought up, because I was just looking at a shot of him in Surfing World the other day. So, I mean,
is it the one that he's standing in at Cronulla Point real tall?
Yeah. It's a fucking slab, man. For back in the day too, like that photo skids.
He's only a little fella, Doig. He's only a short fella, you know what I mean? And like, he was my first sponsor.
Right.
You know what I mean? And obviously he had his issues too, you know what I mean, and stuff like that, you know. But he had a surf shop, had all of the classic surfboards, and yeah. So those guys they all looked after me. Like I said, mate, I was just one of those kids from the houses, you know what I mean. So but yeah, Doig was a legend around here, mate. Absolutely. I mean, I mean, I know Reef and Asia. Like only when they were real young. Like I haven't seen because I know they were living in Bali for a long time. And Asia's I think she's in the army or the Navy, something like that now. And I heard the young bloke, I heard he's living up in the Gold Coast. Is that right?
Yeah, and I think I met his sister too. Yeah, at the pub. She was there with him. So yeah, that's classy. I didn't know she was in the army.
Yeah. So she's in there because their mum was living in the Central Coast, I believe. Yeah. So
Okay.
and Jeff lives in Bali now. Like Jeff lived in Bali for years, and he owns like these part owners in the Motu.
Oh, that's right. With Namoto Scotty, yeah, another acquaintance
Yeah.
of my uncle. Yeah, they were all you know,
Yes.
knocking around back in the day. So yeah, interesting, mate. And so Doigie, so the generation above you's like Doigie, Larry Blair, Sonny, or is Sonny your age?
Nah, Sonny is a year under me.
A year under you. Okay. So yeah, it's like it's Doigie and Larry Blair. They're the kind of the older
Okay, you
guys.
had Kevin Davidson, Steve Wilson, like these
Right.
guys, like, you know, like perfect example, Kevin Davidson, real kid. I promise you now, in my entire life, I've never seen a guy go surfing and never get his hair wet, ever. Like the guy, mate, it doesn't matter if it's 4 or 5 foot half pipe closing out. The guy still paddles out and doesn't get his hair wet. We'll just go, and his nickname was Wolfie Ted. Wolfie Ted, yeah, Wolfie Ted, and like, you know, and in Steve Wilson, who shaped it, like these guys were just next level. Like Mark Scott, Goober, like, you know, like Australian champion. Like we had so many of those people around us. Like, like, you know, they're always big wave chargers and stuff.
Right. And Seto was kind of your vintage, right?
Yep. Seto was with us. Yep. Tony Seddon.
Right. So yeah, talk us through like I guess the early days, like how you were introduced to surfing and just how you started to kind of make your way in that world. Because I understand, you know, you would have competed a bunch. You guys were doing the QS back in the day, you and Seto at some point, right?
No, 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 no. I've never done the QS. I
Oh,
never
okay.
done no. So I never did the. I kind of just was like going. My mum would take me down the beach, and then I kind of just like slowly, like I met the boys at Marshland in year 5. I was in year 6, and they were in year 5 at Marshland, and then I was already going down the beach and swimming and stuff like that. And then they said, "Oh yeah, use like my foamy," and so so we kind of like all kind of started to get together, like, and then I started hanging with them. They were already surfing at this stage. So to be honest, I was a little bit later than most of the boys. Like most of the boys already had their boards and wetsuits and stuff and already been surfing for a couple of years because they were pretty much on the beach, as I wasn't. I was a little bit away from the beach, so I had to get driven at a young age to the beach and stuff. And I was always swimming and carrying on. And then like at school, we kind of just become friends and then talking. And then one thing led to another. Then I'm down the beach. I'm borrowing like the cool lights with the red thing. You know, the blue cover and the red pin on it.
Oh
And
yeah.
I had mate. I had one. I had one of those, mate. I swear to God, for like 2 years, like two. Because my parents bought me a wetsuit first, so I could go surfing. So and just didn't have the money. And my auntie brought me my first surfboard. So I'd always use people's surfboard, like Jeff Senior, the president of our board rides back in the day, Northern River board rides. Like he would lend me he surfboard like all the time, every contest. So because I only had a phone. That wasn't if he was there or whatever. Like or he wasn't there, I would use my cool light. You know what I mean? Then my auntie brought me a Nirvana surfboard, and then like things just evolved from there. So I just like and I just
Wow.
took to
Straight onto a Bill Cillian Nirvana.
yeah,
Profit.
yeah, right. What do you
Magic.
Swallowtail.
Oh,
I
that's
still
epic.
remember it. It's one of the I still remember the board. You know
I
what
bet
I
it was
mean?
magic.
It was that. I bought off a bloke called Dave Hagen, who lives over the north side now. And
Okay.
it was funny because I went not this Christmas, but the Christmas prior. I jumped on with Chili, and he had like a little thing for all his workers and stuff. And so we jumped on the boat. Mate, guess who was on there? Dave Hagen. He goes, "Wayne, you remember me?" I went, "I'm not going." Yeah, mate. He goes, "Mate," he goes, "You bought the first." He goes, "Dave." I went, "Dave Hagen." He went, "Yes." He goes, "You bought your first surfboard off me." I said, "I remember it, the Nirvana Swallowtail." He went, "Yes." I said, "Yeah, mate." So it was just a small thing, like so many years later, like there we are again on the boat cruising around the harbour.
Classic. I love that. That's so cosmic. Man, and talk to us about obviously, like you became well known in the area for taking on slabs and bigger waves. I had the tracks where you got the cover at the Bommy and it's iconic, like that swell. But talk to us before that, before you started racking up spreads, like what was the kind of pathway into those kinds of waves? Like when did you first start taking on those kinds of waves and who was kind of mentoring you through that process?
Well, really, it was just our area was a very push area. Like, mate, just say, for example, if you're going, I'm going. That's the mentality we kind of have. And we had all the older boys, you know what I mean? So the Marooners always been a no nonsense area, you know what I mean? Always. So the boys are always, come on, mate, we've got it, And we always had a little bit of ticker about us too, because it's just who we grew up around too, you know what I mean? So there was a lot, no fuck around us, So we would just get pushed. And if one of the boys is going, like I'm going. If I'm going, they're going. So it just become a real push thing, And then all of a sudden, it kind of just come natural, It's one of those things. I believe you either have it or you don't. Like I don't think a guy that's been surfing 3-4 foot and that's kind of his limit is just going to pull out into a 10-12 foot slab. But they just no, mate, no disrespect. Like everyone has their fun, and it's like they're having just as much fun as I am. But for some reason, I just gradually, we would surf and we'd push each other, and in these places, and all the boys would always take us everywhere, going like down the coast. We're going up the coast, like, and they're surfing, so we're going surfing. So it was always a good push, And then like I just kind of just evolved from that and just kept on going. And then when I turned 18 2 days after my 18th birthday. Like I've been to Bali like half a dozen times by this stage. I think first time I went to Bali, I was 16. So And then, so I went there 16. Then when I was 17, I went there twice. When I was 17, I went twice when I was 18. And then I came back, and then I just went, man, I want to go to the States. I met all these people. So 2 days after my 18th birthday, bam, I went to the States, and then I met all these guys that I was in G-Land with in Ventura. Like all the boys just going, no way. Oh yeah, wait, remember us? I was like, fuck. I've been doing G-Land for like 3 years with these guys. And I just met one of their friends. He goes, come over, come over. So from there, it just went, and then I'm surfing all through like LA and stuff. Because Ventura's a pretty good area, and it's very similar to Maruba. It's proper core area, like Pierpont,
Yeah,
like
mate,
fucking
that's
proper.
interesting. Because we just had Aiton Osborne on the show the other day, and I was pressing him for info about it. Like I was like, I don't know a heap about the joint. You hear that it is that more kind of blue collar version of Southern California. So yeah, it's interesting.
Oh,
Similar
yeah,
to
mate.
Maroubra.
When I was there in Pierpont, mate, you weren't going, mate. No one was there, mate. I was sweet because I was a foreigner, and I knew all the boys, mate. And no one's coming surfing there. It doesn't matter if you're from Oxnard, like 20 minutes down the road, whatever, mate, or Silver Strand, mate. And vice versa. But for me, I was all right because I knew so everybody, and I was the Aussie, mate. So I could surf Oxnard, I could surf, but Silver Strand, mate. I remember Carter Slade and that, mate. Those boys were hectic there, mate. They were proper enforcers. But in saying that, Carter was from down in Pierpont too. Like Pierpont, mate, you're not rolling up. Like a perfect example, mate. I live with the Malloys too, Like they turned up, mate. They got their car, their tires slashed, fucking mate. Like they told to get the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like proper, because they were from Ohio originally, and they came down, and and Mike Malloy, mate, love his family. They bought a place in at Pierpont, and they rocked up, and mate, they kind of just got told, but then after a while, they're such good, polite kids that they were like they were okay, but it was, mate, white surfboards, black wetsuits. That's it.
Fuck, that's interesting, man. And G Land as well in the like I guess we're talking like mid-90s here. Is that the kind of time frame?
Yep, yeah,
Fuck,
yep.
what was that like? Must have
Oh,
been
mate.
fucking cooking, not too much crew around either.
Nah, mate. Well, these days, mate, everyone's on the computer. Man, they know the swells coming, what wind directions, what angle of the swell is, mate. That's why you got 100 people turn up to every spot now.
Mm,
Because of that,
mm.
because of that fact. But back in the day, mate, you had to wing it. When you're going to Indo, mate, you just knew the swells were coming between that, what I mean, those periods of months. So, mate, you just have to wing it and go there. Now, guys fly in, mate, surf for 3, 4 days, then go back home and go to work. Like that's how they do it. But back then there was none of that, mate. And it was the same crew every single year in staying in the same places, mate. You see the same edge. And after a while, everyone gets to know each other and stuff, and like back then, mate. What about trying to get the Julian back in the day? Go to Bobby's and get picked up, mate, at midnight, drive all night, and mate, and then when you get into Java, like I didn't know about like the Muslim, or I didn't know nothing about. Like, I'm going through towns and you just hear the music going at like 3 in the morning. I didn't realize they're up praying, and I'm just going, what the fuck is all this, mate? Like, I don't remember. I'm only 16, 17.
Yeah, a
Like,
Grom from the Daceyville houses, you would have been
mate,
spinning.
Mate, I was just like, and then we turn up and you're getting on the boat, and we get over Java, and you're driving, and then you get to the river mouth, and everyone's having like a coffee and stuff there. And I didn't drink it at the time. And I'm looking around, and mate, all the fishermen out, and the boat comes in, you load up, and then you got to make your way through the river mouth, through the creek. Fucking sets are coming, you chug over there, and it was just such an adventure, like such an adventure. You'd do anything to do that now, like really, you can whip over there straight away and that, but that adventure it's kind of gone.
It's such a good point, man, because like, when I think back to my first surf trips around the Pacific, and in my mind, like in the early noughties, I was like, oh, Indo's blown. So like we went to Polynesia, like, the islands, I won't say which ones, but like, and we got crazy waves with no one around. But I guess the thing was like that adventure, that like back in the day, that was part of your mentality. It's like, I'm going on a surf trip, but you were going for the adventure. And
Yes.
and what mattered was that you surfed every day. And if you scored fucking all-time waves, like that's the
Yep.
cherry.
Yep.
But like it wasn't all about that. It wasn't all about striking and just fucking scoring through your teeth, which is now the culture. And it's possible to do that with ease, mate. You can rock, as you know, you can rock up fucking anywhere you want on the day of the year now of all the forecasting apps and stuff like that. And it has taken a lot of the magic and the mystery and the adventure out of surf travel, which is a shame, I reckon.
Well, okay, perfect. Look at the end of the road, right? When you're in like Kura, then you go to Legion, and you're at the end of the road, right, mate? When we were there, mate, it was just nothing but bush. Now look at Seminyak, mate. You go from Seminyak, Chunku, and we're looking at yesterday. Because I always look at, because I still can't travel. I still got 2.5 years before I can travel because of parole. So I've been out for 3.5 years now. And the boys going, "What are you two?" I said, "Man, I'd like to see what's going on." I said, "Look at this shit. Look at fucking Changzhou, mate. It's out of
Changzhou,
control, mate.
Oh,
Proper." And I go, "Mate,
control.
this was all rice fields when I was there." I said, "Mate, you have to cut through the rice fields on the thing and fall either side, you're fucked." And cut through, and like even Salmoniac, mate, there was none of that. It was all bush, and that's where we went through. We went through all that, and then cut through all the bush and jungle and that. And I used to hang out there going like, "Dude, look at this shit," Now, look, it's just nothing but it's just nothing but houses, restaurants, and nightclubs and everything.
Dick bottle openers. Don't forget once the Dick bottle openers make it to your suburb in Bali, it's all over. They're in Canggu. It's fucking it's basically Kuta now.
It is. And Kuta's kind of died in the ass. Really, Kuta looks, by the things I'm watching on YouTube, it's only really surviving by the actual people from like Jakarta, like the Indos that go down to Kuta. That's all you see a few Westerns taking, but like all through the Matahari and all the mate's dead. Like it's all closed off, and all those places they're all gone, and everything's moved. Seminyak and Changzhou.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I went and visited Mikala Jones over there a while ago. Did a podcast of him at his joint, and when I used to live kind of west of Canggu for a few years, and I remember his joint. It was like you said, just surrounded by rice paddies, and now it's surrounded by Dick bottle openers and cafes. It's heavy.
Yeah. It's true though. It's the Dick bottle openers.
Fuck. I was like, mate, they've even got the Dick bottle openers out in the front. You fucked. Get out here.
Oh, classic, mate. Classic. It's true though. It's true. So by the time I could get back to Indo, really, so I did go for like 6 months prior, so 10 and then 6. So spring, it'll be 16 and a half years. People are just going to be going, mate. Like I speak to Chile. Chili's over there now. He's up in up at H2. He sent me a photo yesterday because he's with Albert. Like Albert was the captain of the boat of the Indies, and he's old school, mate. He's been in Indo 50 years. He's from down Shell Harbour, like Redson.
Yeah, no way.
So they're up there now taking photos, just doing that because we always have a good banter and that, what I mean? I was going to Chile, hope you land on the surgeon table, you prick, what I mean? And he goes, "I'm just going to send you some photos of me getting barreled. And I'm really thinking of you, Wayne." We just have such a good banter, and they took a photo, and it's just, mate, they're just sitting back in their little house there because Albert owns a place. And like HT's was firing yesterday, "Thinking of you, Wayne." I just went, fuck. I said, "Fuck you," So, but apparently it's just blowing up like proper next level,
Yeah, it is, man. It's Rick, I don't know what to make of it all. It's such a weird thing, isn't it? That like surfing. Well, it's an interesting kind of segue, really. Like this is all off the back of surfing, and all this like the popularity of Indonesia, the popularity of these places that we grew up in and traveled in my times a bit later, but the noughties and that, like you could go to these places and there was fuck all people around really. And it's all because surfing was just not that popular yet. And, Instagram and social media didn't exist yet. So they were all still kind of secret. And then at a certain point, it just tipped over into, these surfing being super popular and then social media kind of blowing out all these spots. But even before that, like you go back and it's ironic because at the roots of surfing and the surf industry and surf travel was trafficking. It's the original trade of like surfers. And I've known many who've engaged in it, and some got done, some didn't. But mate, talk to us about like, you're in all the right places. You're in G-Land in the mid-90s, you're in Maroubra, you're in Bali, like you're in America. So like,
surrounded by traffickers, surrounded by them. Yes. Straight up. You just said, mate, it's so fucking, I see all these old school boys and mate, they're fucking growing pot up in the mountains, Hawaiian boys, and they're doing this and doing, man, I'm just there, I'm smoking a bit of pot, having a little party, you know what I mean, here and there. And mate, this is the whole thing. This is it, mate. And I'm seeing this shit. You know, listen, it's not their fault, mate. I paid my own way. I never got my arm twisted. But I would see all this stuff, mate, guys rocking up 10 boards and fucking this and that. Got all the gear. And, mate, and then you just go, yeah, mate, well, next time I'll do this. And I'm just in there. And I was a young kid, and I always hung out with a lot of older blokes, always. And I would just, mate, I was one of those kids that just take everything in. I fucking just take everything in, go, right, okay. I wouldn't say much, but don't get me wrong, I'm always good on the verbal, but I was just always taking things in from the other guys. So when someone spoke to me, I listened. You know, like I don't believe a lot of the kids these days do that. You know, I mean, like, yeah, whatever, and kind of go out and do their thing, and they get fucked and go, well, mate, I just told you not to do that. Now you've done it. I said, fair enough, you have to learn from your mistakes. I understand that, but I was always an absorber. I'd fucking take this in and take that, and you know, and like that's what I was surrounded by, man. And all it just happened to be. Oh yeah, this guy can do this and this guy can do that, and I was like, well, I can do this, you know. But that's how it was. You know.
Man, it's so interesting because, you know, at the end of the day, like it just must have seemed like such a victimless crime. Like, you know, you're bringing in these fucking recreational drugs, whether it be, you know, cocaine in your case. For other people, it was pot and hash and, you know, a bit of smack and whatever, which is, you know,
Yep.
probably on the harder end of the spectrum. But
That was happening. That was happening, mate. Guys, they're
yeah,
doing
it
this
was.
smacking shit, mate.
Fucking
100%,
oath,
mate.
yeah.
Don't kid yourself.
Nah, that's right. And it just must have seemed like it's like I don't know, you're looking at these guys, they're living the fucking life. Like there's not sponsorships, there's not travel budgets at this point for pro surfers. You're either, even like pro surfers in those day and age, like they had it pretty shit in a lot of ways. You know, they're fucking, the tour in the 90s and the 80s was awful. Current had it good, but like, you know,
Yeah,
like,
there was a period there when it stepped up with the Parkos and all the boys and Ding and all
yeah,
that. You got that era they kind of blew up with Andy and Bruce.
yeah.
But prior to that, like I said, that when we were growing up, you know, and this is what you see, and this guy's doing this, and they're talking about going here, you know, and you want a part of that. I said, see, for me in my head, never did I ever think, right, that I was going to be a pro surfer. I was never like I could surf. Don't get me wrong, but I was never the fucking full contest head. I never like. Don't get me wrong. I did the nationals and states and all the bullshit. I done all those things. You know what I mean? Just because everyone else was doing it, I was kind of yeah. But as I kind of started traveling, I was like, mate, this ain't fuck. That shit ain't for me. Like you got to pay money to go on the contest. I go, mate, I'd rather go hang over in Indo for fucking 2 weeks instead of paying this and traveling there and you're working out the cost. That's 2 weeks in Indo. And I said, so that's how I was. I had that at an early age, man. I had to travel, but proper hard. You know what I mean? That's what I spent when I was a kid. I spent most of my time overseas. I just couldn't, you know, like I come back for my 21st, went when I was 18, come back for my 21st. I reckon I was back for about 5 to 7 days and went, fuck this, I'm out of here. Straight back to America. For America, I'm in Mexico, I'm in Europe. I'm just going,
Fuck.
yeah.
Amazing, mate. See, that's the thing. I was getting, you know, you live in, you're making this sacrifice, right? Like, so you're trafficking, but at the same time, like, you know, talk us through the perks of that lifestyle for a fucking a kid from Housing Commission.
Was fucking magical. Let's not sugarcoat it. Like, it is what it is, man. Are you kidding me, mate? In the end, man, I'm hiring places in France, 2-story houses in France. With me and my other mate, he's passed away, may he rest in peace. Mate, we got fucking 2-story houses, mate. We're just fucking rolling, mate. For 3 months, we hired, and yeah, mate, right in front in Hossegor. So we're right there at Le Bourdain, right? So we've got a massive. We did this for years, mate. This is what was enabled, mate. You got shirtless coming over, mate. You're running amok. A complete mark, mate. There was nothing. If you wanted to go get something, you know, back in the day when I started, obviously going, you know, I'm penny pinching, I'm fucking selling leg ropes, fucking board. But at the end, you know, I'm coming home with nothing. I just get a backpack on and shit. I've just sold everything just to stay an extra few days. No boards, nothing, you know, and just rolling home. But then, obviously, when the money started coming in, mate, there was no issue. Mate, if I want to go have fucking sit there and at that restaurant, mate, I'm going to the restaurant and I'm ordering what I want to order, mate. I'm not with the baguette with peanut butter or a bit of ham and cheese. And mate, don't get me wrong, those in the beginning, those was the case. But back end, mate, like we're hiring 2-story houses. fucking running a complete market. Got cars. We're going up and down to Spain, down to Portugal. We're here, we're there. Mate, we had copious amounts of money, and we were just doing it. And that went everywhere. So even when we went back to India, we're hiring villas, mate. We're not staying in $20 things where we're sharing $10 each, and you're watching your mate pump some fucking Indo hooker or something, you know what I mean? Go, son, fucking go, you good thing, you know what I mean? Yeah. Or they're watching you, mate, giving you a little nudge on, you know what I mean? But that's how it was back then, you know what I mean? And then so that's how you start. And then in the end, all of a sudden, you've got home 3-bedroom villas, they're all just chipping in, going, mate, you've got pools, you've got mates. Oh, can we cook this place and do this, you know? Like, yeah. So, look, there's a sugarcoat. It is what it is, right? You know what I mean? But then obviously the back end of the story ain't so fucking glossy. You know?
That's right. And people got to remember, like, don't want to glorify crimes and the lifestyle and that. But at the end of the day, the barristers are fucking snorting the blow anyway. So fuck,
yeah. Why the judges are blowing raspberries on kids' ass cheeks? You know what I mean? 100%. Fucking don't kid yourself, mate. Yeah. They got a 2 to 5K radius from surf clubs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, seriously, man.
It's sickening. It's sickening. You know, like I'm not. Listen, I'm not glorify what I did. You've asked me a question, and that's exactly how it was. It was glorify. It was glory at that time because we're living large and we're doing what the fuck we wanted to do. And we groveled for so many years as young kids doing these things, and all of a sudden we're on the other end of the spectrum where we can hire the nice cars, we've got fucking nice houses, we're eating what we wanted to eat, you know. So
that's it.
But
you're getting the barristers their drugs, and you're fucking getting barreled. That's your payment.
You know what I look at it, mate? I swear to God, it's like Point Break. All I was doing was bringing me shit in. Like those guys were robbing the banks and chasing ways. I was just bringing my shit in. Literally every time I'd bring it in, boom, I'd get it and move it, and I'd be gone. You wouldn't see me for months. I believe that's how I lasted so long, because I would do what I would do. I'd fucking get my money, snooker it where I needed to snooker it, take what I needed to take, and I was fucking gone, like within the week. Boom, boom. So it's out of sight, out of mind. And that's what I did for a long time. And I'd there's no, everyone knows, mate, they caught up. At the end of the day, I did what I did for like 16 plus years, and my sentence was 16 years.
Right. Wow.
You know what I mean? So fuck. It's
and like in terms of it's interesting just noting the history of trafficking and smuggling within surfing, like, because I look at I guess my dad's generation, it was like people who could surf and sail boats were like the guys then. And yeah, and so and then back in those days too, it's like even they just weren't onto it with airplane security. So you could smoke ciggies in flights back then. Cunts had guns on fucking flights in those days.
Still remember going to Indo. There was a bar in the fucking back. I'm a kid. I don't smoke or nothing, mate. I'm in there. They put me up the back. Everyone's just chugging smoke, drinking beers, partying. It was a fucking full-blown party. I'm just going, what the fuck? This is madness, you know? That's how it was back then, though.
Yeah. And then, so I guess at a certain point, I guess, to be honest, the sailing route was open for a long time. And that was how it was done. And then, your method was different though.
Yes. So mine was, obviously I'd strap the coat to me. I'd walk through LA airport, because when you leave in LA, it's not really, when you're leaving airports, it's not really bad, coming through Australia is. Don't get me wrong, Australia got this check and then fill in and you go, but when you leave LA, you rock up, there's nowhere hand your ticket and your passport, they check you in, you grab your shit, right, your backpack, and you've checked everything in. All you do is walk around, go through one little scanner, and you're in the airport. But when you leave Sydney, there's quite a few little checkpoints you have to, but most of the places when you leave the country, that's how it kind of is. So I would just do that, strap up, check in, go through the little scanner, make sure I have nothing pipping on me, and then walking through the airport, mate, jump on the plane, 20 minutes out, throw my shit in the toilet, excuse me, and throw it in the toilet. Had the people working at the airport, you know what I mean? They come in from the side, grabbed it. By the time I got home, the shit was already at the front door and the back, sitting to the side. Yeah, sitting to the side. That's because I had the ground staff on my side, so they'd come in, the ground crew would pick it up, you know. Like I said, it's all documented anyway, and they'd just come in, they'd grab it. And I remember once when my mum come to the airport to grab me, I've been away for a fair while, and I come back, I think I had fucking 2.5 kegs on me or something like that, you know, and I think I had another bloke with me, you know, so we had 2.5 each, so it was 5 kilos, and she come, I forget who she came with though, because my mum has never driven, and so she comes and, you know, like I've been gone for quite a while actually. Like I've been gone for nearly a year or something like that. And she come out and then with one of the boys and so and we you know we dropped the load and stuff like that. And then we were living in the houses. And then when we come back, there was like a big ripcord bag like sitting right beside the door near a table where she'd sit at the front and stuff. You know what I mean? And have a cup of tea. And she goes, "Oh Jesus!" Like she goes, "Oh, the bag wasn't there when I left this morning." I said, "Oh yeah, the boys knew I was coming home. It's brand new clothes, Mum." She goes, "Oh God bless them." You know, grab the fucking bag. There's 5 bricks in there. But mate, you know, you don't need to tell your parents like what's going on. You know what I mean? And yeah, so but she noticed straight away. I'm like, "Oh, that bag." Now I think all these little things, the penny would drop, fucking this and that, all these, you know. So yes. So it was a good system.
Yeah, mate. I've heard you break it down a couple times on different podcasts, and my favorite thing about your system is the ripping 10 cones at In-N-Out Burger or whatever it was.
Oh yeah, what about that? Full pothead, mate.
Unbelievable.
Fuck it, yeah, fucking proper pot. Because I would do what I do up the coast. It took me an hour and a half to get to the airport, right? You know, and punch a few cones before I leave. We punch it. I was just a pothead. So for me, it was never like if I did something out of the abnormal, I'd probably make me paranoid. Fuck, you know. But I was a stoner, and that's what I did. So punch a few cones and have it out the bong, and then we fucking punch a few on the road. Then we get to In-N-Out, order the burgers and shit like that. I'd punch a few. Sometimes I'd have a feed. Sometimes I'd take the feed with me in the bag, and I'd fucking just be ripping, boom, just fucking punching, and I just get to yeah, all right, boys, so yes. And then as soon as I would land, I'd ring them up to make sure and just let them know that I was safe. But that's how I did it for so long, mate. Full pothead, mate. Full pothead.
It's classic, and I guess because it was you were yeah. I was going to say it wasn't a massive operation like in the scale of what's going on now. Like I guess it was a small scale like kind of thing, smallish.
Minute compared to these days. When you read the news and stuff, you know, like, there's fucking tons of this, and I just go, mate, oh, there's nothing. But yet my sentence was so harsh. Like, you know, for like I said, mate, in the end of the day, when I get pinched altogether, I think in 3 loads, they got like 19.8 kilos. So let's just say 20 kilos, mate. That's why I G up with the boys. I said, and that's a fucking weekend out in Sydney. I said, man, I did 10 years. I got locked up for 10 years for a weekend out in Sydney.
Fuck, man. It's such a good point because, like, even up here on the North Coast, like, you can't go anywhere without being surrounded by cokeheads. Mate, the shit is fucking everywhere. Everywhere. Yep. Like, and it's torture. Like, I don't do coke. I don't like it. I don't like what it does to people. Yep. It's just not my thing, right? So I'll be out and I'll be, you know, I'm a single guy. I'm trying to fucking pick up a chick or whatever, and I just notice like as soon as some dude walks past with a packet, like she's gone. So like,
you know what we call that? We call that a pocket full of personality.
Mate, 100%. Yeah, it is. It
is.
Like
that, they can smell it, eh? Well, that guy's got a pocket full of personality. Whoop, off you go. You know what I mean?
So you're just getting fucking like someone's throwing down an ace on the table every time you're out and about, and it like just the absolute commonality of that drug in our society. And we're an island that's a long way from South America. Like you know, in theory, it should be hard to kind of get it here, or like, you know, costly at least. It's got to change a lot of hands. And yet it's fucking everywhere, man. So, you know, like we're not winning the war on drugs. Like at this point, it's surely about decriminalizing it. And like I guess, like I mean, that's gonna it kind of has to be. It's about decriminalizing it and like because it's just it's a G up. It's
and then managing it. That's
Yeah.
and man, well, look at Portugal and places like that. How much the crime rate went down and stuff like that. But like you said, if you did something like that, the crime doesn't stop, mate. What about your barristers, your lawyers, the DPP, your judges, mate? There's a whole society that fucking feed and live off that shit. You've got to understand that. And if you decriminalise it, where are they going to go? Like seriously, that cuts into their, you know. And then you got in one way or another, you pay your taxes. You know what I mean? You got to pay your barrister, your solicitor. You've got a QC even, you know, your Queen's Counsel. You know, you got to pay those fuckers, mate. They come up with numbers. That's what I said. They're professional robbers, straight off the phone. No balaclava needed. Straight up professional. They come in. Oh mate, I'm 20 grand a day. I go, how the fuck do you come up with a sum of 20? You're worth 20 grand a day. Like who the fuck comes up with that? Like, you know what I mean? Oh,
Wow.
yeah, and
A
this.
cokehead, mate. Only a cokehead could think they're worth 20 grand a day.
but the mind you, all their juniors are doing the work anyway, and they summarise everything, then give it to the big wig, and then he comes in and justifies his fucking 20 grand. Like, yeah, it's just professional robbery, straight up, you know. And you haven't got guys that can afford that. You know, so they're left with like a bloody guy that's just off the bottom, like the what are they like the government just gives it to him. Oh mate, you can use this guy because you've got no money or nothing, you know. And the guy's just fucking just starting off. How's he going to defend your case as someone who's been there forever wants to charge you 20? Like,
Yeah.
it's hard. It's hard.
It's a crazy concept. It's like because these guys are essentially setting the law. So like this is the world that we live in, where the guys who are enforcing and setting the law are like completely taking the piss and cannot be trusted as far as you can throw them. And it's like that's the world that we live in. It's like that in this very second. And it's the fucked up thing is too, man. Like, and you know, I'm not telling you anything new. This is more for listeners, but it's been like this since this joint become a fucking settled colony. Like the English fucking aristocrats were taking the piss right from the get-go, and they still are. We're still fighting the same people in the same positions from the same blue blood lineage. And you know, people talk about this country being the land of the fair go and this and that, like, but I don't see it, man. Like,
like you said, you got the blue blood, and what happens is, and it's a generational thing, you know what I mean? So as soon as that kind of guy retires or hit them, like their uncle, aunt, whoever it may be, steps in. So what you said, it's blue blood, so that blood line keeps going, and they keep that same fucking mentality all the way through. And like the commoner just gets nothing, just gets railroaded. He's just there to keep the world going. You know what I mean? And I seen this early in the piece. I was onto that shit, you know, like early in the piece. Like I was a full anti-government kind of, you know what I mean? Go, fuck these pieces of shit, paying tax now. I don't know. Now, like you're paying tax, mate. It's like they come in with a fist. Oh, mate, you walk out fucking after the tax, and you got 8 stitches in your eyes. They've just fucked you. You know, mate. It's horrific.
seriously.
And I'm just going, and I jailed with the counter. Like who's the criminal here? I said, these fucking pieces of shit or me. Like now, like because like I've never done taxes, I've never done none of those things. And now that I have to, I've got to sit in there, everything's got to be accountable for, and this is coming in, that's going out, and everything. So I'm kind of going, you know, you've got to keep all your petrol receipts, the car, this, that. Mate, there's a lot of, and I'm just going, mate, you know, they want to tax you for everything, like everything, you know. So I just go, mate, these people are the worst criminals than us.
They tax you so much, yet you know they can't come up with you know affordable housing like for low income people or working class people. That you know they can't seem to you know keep us out of wars. Like I feel like most of our taxpayers' money is just spent on fucking making bombs and other shit to send to the Middle East or to fucking Ukraine or whatever. Like
and even like something happens in another country, which is fair enough. You would like to help, right? But all of a sudden they're sending fucking 20 million, fucking there's $1 billion for that country. Mate, have a look within yourself. That's why in America there's so many people blow up because that country they need help, but yet they've got a fucking billion people rolling around LA homeless, smoking crack and fentanyl and shit. Mate, you've got to look within yourself if I could help, and then help these people, and then worry about other countries and stuff.
Totally, man. Totally. Yeah, that's right. I mean, like all that money that gets siphoned off and sent overseas, it just gets, you know, consumed by the barristers or the fucking blue bloods in that country. So it's just money changing hands between fucking,
Big wigs,
aristocrats.
big
Yeah.
wigs, big wigs, buttering up big wigs. That's all it is, mate. That's all it is.
It is.
It is.
Man, talk to us. So yeah, obviously, eventually you get done and you get put away. So like, what's that experience like for you? Like, so talk us through, just going into jail for the first time and just the culture shock and what's going through your head. Like, because obviously I understand you had a couple young kids by this point, and yeah, like
Look,
how was that transition?
when you kind of in that environment, in that world, so many heads already, So like when I went in, they grabbed me in, they had me in not Silverwater, Surrey Hills, down underground. I was in there for about 7 or 8 days, you know what I mean? And just the smell and stuff, you know what I mean? You got to, the milk is different, like the food, like everything just makes your fucking whole world is tipped upside down. Obviously my concern was for the kids, you know what I mean? Like, and about them going to school, are they going to get teased and stuff like that? So for me, I'm a big boy. I made my bed, I have to lay in it now, but my little ones, they didn't, you know what I mean? Like I did it. And so, and they were going to Kambala, and like the mothers there and the teachers there were, because it was such big news, and mate, it was on the front bloody paper for 2 days, and then on the weekend it made just fuck, I do doing double page spread and had me here and dot to dot like a little, you know what I mean? So, and as I come through, you end up in a place called Darcy at Surrey Hills. I think you can go to Park Lane up these days, So, but at this stage, I went straight into Silverwater, and you got Darcy 1 and Darcy 2, and I'm there. Well, I land there, mate. And you have sweepers. Sweepers the one that give you the milk and your food and bread and stuff, and mate, I got in the morning, boom, 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 Wayno, boom. And mate, I swear to God, you got 6 sweepers. 5 of the sweepers were old school Maruga boys.
Wow.
Fuck, we've been waiting, my brother. You're all right, mate. You know what I mean? And the screws go, we're opening the doors. And then as soon as I come out, the boys are all there. And then there's a couple of other guys I knew, a couple of big boys I knew, mate, no. So for me, it was okay. Obviously you still get that little numbness, you know what I mean? Going, fuck, what about this shit? You know what I mean? But then I was already in that world. See, I was in that criminal world, mate. So then I'm straight back into the fucking university.
Yeah.
Well, everyone's there. Like everyone's, I'm going, fuck, man. Okay, mate. Man, I've been seeing you in ages. He goes, yeah, I've been here for the last 3 years. Rah, rah, rah. I went, oh, fuck, no wonder I haven't seen you. Now the boys, everyone was there. Man, there was like 5. There was only one guy from Balmain, and the other 5 were like sweepers. They're all from Maroubra. And so that was okay. And the screws could see that. They can go, fuck this little guy. So what they did was, I actually had my first visit. So I got there, had my first visit, got back, and they said, Cleveland, fucking, you're going up into the pods. And I went, yeah. And then when one of the boys come over, Lenny comes over and goes, mate, they're pissing you off up there because they know that you know all of us. So by the time I get going, I got bags of good green clothes. I got a fucking brand new pair of Nike TNs, you know what I mean? So I'm rolling up. I've been there dead set. I arrived at the 1 o'clock that night. In the afternoon, 3 o'clock, I packed my shit and I'm gone. So like, what are you looking at? Like 12 hours later or something, like fucking, I'm already up into the pods. Went up there in 2013 pod, and I knew like this young Islander kid, everyone else I didn't even know, but all the other boys that I knew, they were over in 11. Like, so there's a whole heap of heads, you know what I mean? I kind of looked around and people looking at me because I was on the news and in the papers, so everyone knew who I was. And this can be a bad thing or this can be a good thing, Lucky for me, everyone knew who I was anyway, but if you're not really known and you come into that environment, mate, you're going to get bitten, mate. People are going to go, listen, mate, I want fucking 100 grand in my account, mate. People getting stamped. I never, nothing. No, I was very lucky in that aspect, but mate, guys, every day, mate, getting stamped, whether it be fucking cans of tunas for your shoes or people getting their other people to follow their people after visits and fucking come on, listen, mate, we've got 250 grand in our account, mate. This is it. He's Deadpool. People just go, all right, Paul. Big movers, because they think you got a lot of money. So I was lucky that I knew a lot of boys.
Right.
In,
So
yeah, yeah.
people will come to visit, and then another inmate will get
Have
someone to
their
follow them on the outside, and
yes, yes.
fuck, that's gnarly.
Yeah, mate. Fuck, you've got people visiting, right? He's got his visitors, and they know this guy's fucking worth plenty, right?
Mm,
When their visitors get up to leave, he'll go, all right, boys, I'm going to see you too. So they his visitors will follow theirs, get their number plates, get everything, mate. And then what they'll do is
right.
they'll do their homework, right? They'll come back, tell old mate in jail. They have a visit next week, tell him this is where it is, this is what goes. I've got the rundown. As soon as they walk inside, yeah, listen, mate, 250 in the fucking account, mate. We know your wife's name. You drive this car. There's your rego number. We know where you live. Your kids go to this school. Oh yeah, proper. That's proper shit. Like,
Wow.
mate, shit goes down, mate, non-stop. Like, people make a living off that.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
people
So
actually make a living off that. You
I'm
know
not
what I
surprised.
mean?
Yeah, because I just saw Jared Hayne got moved to, a special high profile prison.
Yep.
I imagine for that exact
Oh,
reason.
I reckon he'd be down in Cooma. So that's where all your kind of your white collar,
Right.
like you got like dirty coppers, fucking judges, all that shit. That's what I said, mate. They're so protected, and they get the
Mm,
best jobs and the creamiest, and then they get, oh mate, you've been a good bloke. Let's fucking sign you up. You can go to an easy jail. Yeah, you know what I
mm,
mean. They're not in the guts and glory of things. Don't worry about that. You
mm,
know what I mean? It's a dead set jungle. It's
mm.
an absolute jungle.
Mate. And
So
yeah, go on.
so like obviously I get the 13 and I knew and I seen a couple of heads and I seen who the head sweeper was. I just went over, hey, I go, brother. He just went, yeah, mate. This fucking guy. He's a bit of an arrogant cocksucker. I forget his name. I go, I said, mate, I've got a lot of boys over here, 11 pod, two's all the boys, rah, rah, rah. He goes, oh, okay then. Okay. So as soon as I threw their names up, he went, okay then. So he sent words and the boys sent words straight up. He's with us, fucking mate, whatever he knows. And then was just bomb. It was, so there's no one coming from because I knew so many people. And then the word, and then there was a group because it was the same time as the airport when the Comancheros bashed the
Yeah.
guy
I
at
remember
the
this.
Hell's
Yeah,
Angel,
yeah.
Peter
That's right.
Service, and
Yeah,
he died.
yeah.
And well, the Commos are all from this area, so we know him.
Yeah.
I grew up with him, and all those boys were there. And so they all
Right.
sent word over and just was like, yeah, mate, bro, he's with us. And then I was just trained them with him. So and then about three of them actually moved over, and I was two out with one of the head ones. You know what I mean? But we grew up together since we were fucking little kids. Tuza, and he's not a commo anymore to meet him and then he was head sweep, mate. This is it, bro. I mean, the guy's like fucking 6'8" and 120 kilos, built like a fucking
Fucking
brute.
hell.
Yeah, so
Wow.
there was no arguments going on with anyone. And me and him
Right.
were two out. Like we're best of mate. We grew up out here together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
was interested. Yeah, I was wondering about that because, yeah, obviously, like, I'm from the area more or less. So, like, the commos from over the back there, like Matto and that kind of zone,
yes,
and Chifley and wherever else. And then, obviously, Maroubra like, this is just break it down for people listening on the podcast who might not be from the eastern suburbs, or whatever. But, there's Maroubra, which is the coastal zone, and a lot of surfers and, hard men and no bullshit people. But then crossing into jail, like you said, it's a jungle. Like there's fucking ruthless people in there. So
predators, full on predators.
oh man. And I just wondered how you would do coming from a beach, a surf culture in prison, because it's not it's gnarly in
Look,
there. And
look, sorry. You're absolutely right. It's more of a softer fucking, you know what I mean, like little surfies and whatever. But that's not the case for Maroubra. And it's never been the case, mate. We had our Locos, our Tony Hines, our Grant Robos,
mm,
mate. They're all born and bred Maroubras, all surf, fucking all
mm,
hardcore, all done fucking 20 years, like proper machines. So we came in, and you know what I mean. We got the Dave Zammit, like you know what I mean, like these guys. So it was. So when we rocked in, and you say you're from Maroubra and that, so already it has that stigma.
okay, even in prison.
100%. The
Yeah,
boys were
wow.
fucking ruthless back in the
Yeah,
day.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then I only mentioned a couple, mate. You know, when
Mm,
I was in, we counted 22 people in jail from Maroubra.
wow.
22 people that we all know, like from the young blokes to the older blokes. There was 22 of us in.
Wow.
That's why I used to joke, mate, there's something in the water. And everyone's doing big wax. The kids are obviously doing a little bit small, like threes and whatever. But we're all doing tens, mate. Another bloke did 22, like Les Kalachi and that. So our name inside is fucking solid. It's solid as a rock. You know what I mean? So, and it depends how you carry yourself too. If you come in with a chip on your shoulder and arrogant, well, you're going to get knocked down. That chip's going to come off your shoulder. There's always someone who's more dangerous than you, always.
Yeah, that's a guarantee. And so, talk us through some of the incidents that you bore witness to or had to survive yourself. But like, what's like, take us inside the prison system. And a lot of this is it this at Long Bay? A lot of it.
Yeah, well, I spent a long time in Long Bay.
Which is interesting in itself because, like, for people not from Sydney, like Long Bay's fucking may as well be in Maroubra. Like, it's that close to it. Yeah.
I could look out on the top thing and look down over Malabar, look at the water, smell the salt air. You know what I mean? Look, there's always some type of instance. Like myself, I always had a couple. I always kept. I just trained to do my thing. But mate, it's over a phone call, or someone looking at you the wrong way, or someone's bumped you. Like, fuck, what the, So I had my fair share of knuckles too. But then what you see is a lot of like gang shit too. You know what I mean? This crew here, and this guy rocks in, and they turn out this bloke. You know what I mean? He's got to get out of here because obviously he's from another gang. Like I say, so okay. And then what happens is this is where you've got to be very careful in this. So they get him, right? So he goes off to his jail where all his people. Well, one of those 10 end up getting fucking moved, what they call it tipped. Oh, mate, you're on escort. Boom. He's ended up over fucking there where all his crews are. So they get him. So it's a revolving door. They get him, they get you. It goes backwards and forwards. And it's like, so at Silverwater, you got rebels and Hell's Angels. Oh, no. Sorry. Rebels and Comancheros, right? Lone Wolves were there, but they had a massive run-in with the rebels. So a lot of technicality shit. A lot of people, that don't see this shit. So now, Lone Wolves, Banditos, and Hell's Angels, they're at Park League. So they all have their separate jails because, mate, the last thing the screws want to do is fucking, and these guys, they're all big boys, you know what I mean? When a lot of them getting busted, mate, you're looking at 20 deep. There's 20 Hell's Angels, there's fucking 15 bandits, fucking 20 Lone Wolves, mate, so they all get along. So you look at that, mate, there's fucking 55 heads that you have to maintain, you know what I mean? So they want a friendliest environment as they can. And now, with all the Islander boys and all their fucking gangster rap music and shit, like it even, like the 1-4 boys fucking don't like these boys, and those boys don't like those boys, and it's shit. But so everybody, you know what I mean? You got Bloodline down in Goulburn, big Islander boys, which they're good boys versus the OC boys. You know what I mean? Like it's a fucking mate. So you got to stay in your lane.
Yeah.
So staying in lane. I get along with everybody. I never got involved in any. I said, boys. I said, fuck, I don't ride bikes, boys. I said, I ride surfboards, mate. I couldn't even fucking ride a bike if you give me one, like a little moped, sweep around, done. You know what I mean? With those big fucking hard things, I couldn't do one of them, So you just stay in your lane.
Mate, it's really well put. I'm glad you described it and broke it down like that because, for anyone listening who's flirting with the idea of, just dipping their toes in or whatever, I think what they have to realize is that, I've had family members go away for, fairly significant amounts of time, but they weren't connected with anyone. So when they're in there, they're fucked. Like they're just fucking. They could stay in their lane, but like they're getting stood over for fucking noodles and phone calls and just dumb shit like that. You might think you're the hard man on the outside, slinging packets or pills or pot or whatever, but the reality is, like, you're a fucking absolute bottom feeder. That's you going.
Fucking perfect analogy. Fucking straight up perfect. You're a bottom feeder. But don't get me wrong, mate. I've seen the fucking biggest goofballs come in. They just fucking pull out their book. They sit in their little corner, sit in their chair and fucking read books. You got guys up in the corner playing chess. Like, they're just goofballs, mate. You know what I mean? Like, they've done some fraud or whatever it may be and stuff. They just keep quiet. They keep to themselves. They're not fucking out there trying to knock in for phone calls. Like sometimes, you'll be, oh, can you get me a knock in? That's what we call a knock in for the phone. Get us a knock. Yes, no, he was before me, so you push him in. And a couple of the older Aussie boys, that's what I do. I always put them before me. You know what I mean? Because those guys ruled. They ruled back in the day, but these guys are like fucking 70 and stuff, like old pigeon that, you know what I mean? Like these guys are just proper hardcore, and they're a bit older now and stuff. And so I always put all the older boys, I always respected those guys, I put them in, get them a couple of phone calls and I'll make a call or whatever, and then I'll go back to training and stuff. But so you can come in and stay in your lane and not get harassed, nothing. You know what I mean? But you've always got the biters, mate. You got a sugar there, brah. What about a coffee there, bro? What about a jam, bro? You got any milk there, bro? Like you just go, fucking mate. Like soon as you give one sugar, one fucking coffee, one little jam, a slice of bread, mate, it's on now. That's a fucking, it's open slather. You know what I mean? So you just go, nah, sorry, my bro. Nah, mate. All right, my bro, all right. And you know what I mean? And like you've always got the biters, mate. They're just gonna fucking bite you for anything, And then perfect example, mate. You're gonna get those people that come in and just stand over. Usually when they come in for a stand over, they're usually fucking 3 to 5 more deep. You know what I mean? So it's like if you're punching on there, you're punching on the fucking tribe of them.
Yeah, man. And I mean, so at the moment, right? Well, I'd like to get into also just the mental side of things, like the resilience and the darkness that you undoubtedly would have had to deal with, and how deep that goes in terms of like mental health issues in jail and even outside of jail. Like, but even before we get to that, man, like, and we might have to cut this bit out. I don't know, because it's not about you, it's about someone else. But there's a bloke from Aruba, very similar to yourself, incredible surfer. You would have raised this kid, I imagine. He was only a year or two older than me, and when I was a grom, like, he was the guy getting the spreads at Shark Island, and he was the guy from the area pretty much for my generation.
Yep.
Evan Fawkes is his name, and now he's looking at a huge whack for what they're saying in the papers is $12 million worth of meth. And man, like what would be going through his mind? His situation's similar to yours in that he had a couple young kids.
Yeah.
Probably could have got out a while ago or whatever, but like didn't. And now he's in a situation where he's got 2 kids. He's looking at a big stint. What's that like? And what's it like for you too, seeing a grommet, man, like someone who you would have spent so much quality time with, being in that situation?
Well, it's like everyone has different processes in their life. In me saying that, meaning like everyone has gone through different things. You know what I mean? So like I said, I grew up with Evan. We've pretty much raised it. But for me, being away for 10 years and being out and just doing my thing, I don't know, like what because everyone has a different state of mind. So like, do I know what he was doing? Fucking, I don't know, because I don't ask questions, mate. And in the same time, I don't want to know. Like, I don't want to know other people's business, The only thing, honestly, I swear to God, mate, is my whole life, the only thing I ever get fucking FOMO about, and I wouldn't care if you won $1 billion. I'd be ringing up going, you fucking legend. Fuck, I wouldn't even ask for money. I don't care. Mate, these fucking barrels. If there's waves going on and I'm missing out, I'm going, fuck. That's, mate, that's me. You know what I mean? So I'm just like that. Like anything else, I could have been there. Fuck, I should have just juggled this job and put them there. And fuck, I could have been there. So that's my only FOMO, mate. You know what I mean? That's it. Everything else, I don't ask you. I don't care. I don't care what that neighbour does. I don't care what he does. With Ev, I didn't know what he was doing, and then obviously these things come up and you hear all these stories, and then like what's his mindset like? I don't really know. They say he's in good spirits. They do say he's in good spirits. A couple of boys talk to him and stuff like that. They do say he's in good spirits. What happens is when they first grab you, you're very numb. And you're kind of going, fuck, all right, like fucking wow, like what the fuck is this? Is this really happening? Kind of, you know what I mean? A few nights in Surrey Hills, and you just kind of for me, because I knew there was a build up of 2.5 years they were watching me. With Ev, they said they were watching for 18 months. You know what I mean? So it's very similar circumstances here, you know. So, you know, and then when they get you, you kind of like, they know you're on, there's a sense of relief too. They kind of go, fuck, they got me. Fuck, oh, I knew they were there. They fucking got me, you know. So for me, like I said, I was more worried about the kids, you know. And my mindset, I'm very strong. I'm a very strong, like I adapted like fucking literally instantaneously. I adapted to what my environment was going to be. Come in, I was like, yeah, you've seen heads, and you're kind of a bit wary and stuff, like, you know what I mean? But then after seeing all the boys are over in 11 pod, you kind of like, you know, and then like you're in the mix, you know? And so I adapted quite quickly. And like I said, I knew. And the first visit I had, I said to my partner at the time, I said to her, I said, I'm fucking doing 10. She goes, no. I said, listen, I said, get in your head. I said, I'm doing 10. I said, they've been so hungry for me for so long. I said, I'm telling you, mate, they're going to give me 10. It's going to be on the bottom. I said, let's just prepare for that. So I had 10 in my head. And what did I get? 16 with a 10. So 10 years incarcerated, 6 years parole. So and during that period, I just, mate, and this is what I said to everybody. I had my head there. I made sure that everybody obviously was looked after and tried to do the best I can. But my head never came outside the walls because I wasn't there. It's like me now having my head inside the walls when I'm fucking out here. Like what? I'm gonna go stand on mustard at the fucking 3 o'clock and here, wait for a minute. See that's what I'm saying. You know, I'm here now, so this is how I adapted. And people go, fuck, you just adapted. You've come out, you surf and fuck around. Okay, mate, but that's it. You're inside. You have your head inside. There's nothing you can do outside. You're going to have your people helping you. You're going to have your legal team visiting you. And the same with Ed. This is what Ed will be worried about, his kids and stuff like that. Obviously, his missus, and then he'll be getting his legal process. He probably won't get sentenced for 2 years. That's if he did what they're saying he did. You know what I mean? Fucking that might be all stories. You know, might go to trial and then, you know.
Yeah, massive allegedly over the whole thing, obviously. But yeah. And
yeah.
Sorry.
So you have to have a strong mindset. You know, you see people in there crumbling, you know, and a lot of people crumble over their Sheilas. Fucking 100%, mate. Oh, mate, she's fucking going like, I go, mate, what are you gonna do? I said, if she turns up on the visit, she's got scabs on her knees. I said, you want to be fucking kicking into the curbside because she's been on her knees, going to town, son. Mate, but that's just how I was. Like it was just, I fucking trained. I read books. Like like I did an art course in there, painting and drawing and stuff like this. So I got my head around things. Mate, this is me, mate. What the fuck am I gonna do? What's the point of making my 10 years like 20 years? Stressing about everything. Don't get me wrong, I had pieces of shit, spending money, taking money, doing this, doing that. Obviously, you do a little bit of head miles too. You know, you're sitting in there, but in the day, you know, you put it to the back and go, what the fuck can I do? What can I do now? But be in the moment. Just, you know, make sure check in, make sure the kids are all right. Even if I had a flat day, I'd still be ringing the kids up and going, yeah, no, everything's good. You know, like, you know what I mean? And, you know, not everyone's at 100% every day. You know, I run pretty high most of the time. I'm pretty high volume.
Mate, and power to you, because like the way I've come to understand a lot of mental health issues and mental illness is just it's simply most of the time the result of low energy, right? And you know, we can create energy, and you're very good at it. Like you work out really hard, and I admire that a lot. That to me, like that's self-discipline right there. And you know, as Mike Tyson says, discipline is doing things that you hate like you love them. And it's not easy.
Yeah.
If it was easy, they wouldn't call it discipline. So, you know, I guess a big part of being able to run on high revs and be there for your kids and everyone else in this difficult time was how hard you push yourself physically and mentally, as you mentioned. Also a credit to you, mate, like that you were able to understand that, you know, taking care of your mind and growing in the mind and challenging the mind with art and literature and stuff like this is equally as important. But talk to us about, you know, what you're doing in prison. Like, just give us the rundown on your fitness regime
Oh, like, see, because you've got nothing else to do but to train, you know what I mean? So this is what I say to the kids when they come in. I say, mate, this is a fucking training camp. See, I've always been a half glass full guy, never half empty, never like fucking. Everything's always half full for me, you know. So I get people just going, mate, this is how it is. When we get out, we're going to be looking good. We're fucking, you know. So I was always training, and this is how I try to help people when I was in there, you know. So my morning routine would be right. So I'd get up in the morning, mate. I'd have a liter of water, half a liter of water, a coffee, and a shit. That's for some reason that's how it rolled, right? Get up in the morning. I can't really eat because I get a bad heartburn and like the what was it called? It comes back up
The
reflux, you know.
reflux, yeah.
So we go out there and we pump out a massive fucking mate. Some of our circuits, like say, perfect example, we do 20 burpees, we run 25 meters, we do 20 burpees, we run back 19, fucking run 19. So you're looking at 20,
Wow.
25 motor ring. At the end, you got 420 burpees. You know what I mean, right? So, and then I'd have a feed. Like some of the circuits were so fucking outrageous, but it was a mental. And mate, sometimes we got fucking 10, 12 heads. Fucking everyone, you're in a bit laugh. I was the biggest pusher. Fuck, I'd push so hardcore. You know what I mean? I was never come on last, never in a circle. I think when I was up at 2.5 years, nearly 3 years, 2 years, 8 months. That's just like I never fucking lost a circuit. Never. Sorry, one big leg one, because we were going through because you had the tallies, you know what I mean, and you know because whoever comes in, they've got to buy like a little cut of tuna and have a food and stuff. So I was. I think little Brendan got me in because he's got this massive leg, this young bloke. He got me on this big leg circuit, but I was just always fucking pushing. I push everybody else. Then when I finish, I'll be right now. Let's fucking go. Come on. I was always that motivator. I always wanted people to join in with us. I was never the fucking hater. Like you get people they just hate. Oh, fucking it's bad. There's no need for that. I don't have time for that bullshit, you know. But so I get in the morning. I do the massive circuit. I'd have a feed. We'd have lunch. So we'd have muster. They go and they check in, they go and get your lunch, you come back out and you have a feed weight, and then I'll do a heavy weights session. Like either on the dip bar, the chin up bars, we'd have fucking 20 liters of water bottles, you know what I mean? Big bottles, we have small ones with fives, ones tied together. So there's 10, there's 15, and we'd have these big drums with 20 and 25 liters of water, squats, bucket chin ups, pull ups, you know. Like I come out, I think I was 98 kilos, I was fucking monstrous. Like people would come out, it was if I showed you, I got to see this photo. Like it come out, like people were like, it was like my head had been screwed off, taken off, and then actually put on another body. So people go because I went in like this little skinny kid. They like and you know, and I come out, I was just jacked, proper jacked. You know, like you just. I read a lot of books about health and fitness and what to eat and your protein intake, your carb intake, your fucking this, your that, having eight almonds and fucking 6 cashews and all that shit. Because that's what you got nothing but time. So you got to use that time wisely,
Oh,
you
I
know.
love
And
that.
then yeah, and that's how I trained, fucking literally for 10 years. And then the boys like this big lever like lovely bloke mate. So he was literally there, like I think he did fucking 18 years himself, you know. So he was there when I came in, and he knew. So I would. It's funny because you always bump these same heads all the way through jail because you kind of get similar times. You know what I mean? Because he was in there obviously before me, and then like, I'm doing my 10 and stuff like that. And then we're at Park Lee, and I was doing my C3, and I'd come in back from work, and I'd fucking train and stuff. And Robbie's upstairs, like he's their Trump Lebo, you know, and he's a good bloke, mate. Love me, absolutely love me. Always invited me to Ramadan after Ramadan, like you know what I mean. I got
Outlook
invited.
Kemba,
Yeah.
the
But
big
I
night
got
feeds.
invited to sort of fucking like the Asian New Year, the Islander bloody cook ups, mate. Like, because I got on with everybody. I was never that hater. Like, you know, come on, boys, come on, fuck it. And some people are a little bit odd. I just stick to my own nasho, and you know, everyone would like talk, how are you, and that, but they kind of stuck with themselves. You know what I mean? Like, I was just fucking had all my boys too, but I'd fucking yeah, boys. I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And when I was coming out, so I got pinched 38. I was getting out at 48. Right, I'm still smashing this circuit. And Robbie goes, I remember up there, and I've come in, I'm just doing this 20 step ups. I do 20 step ups up on the chair, straight into 10 fucking burpees, but proper high jump, but fucking hands in the air, burpee, boom, boom, you know what I mean? Like a full spring and that. He goes, brother, he goes, ever since fucking day one, you've walked in this joint, mate, and you're just about to walk out. Because we got out at the same time. Like literally, he got out like fucking 5 days after me or something. He goes, your circuits are the fucking hardest circuits I've ever fucking seen. He goes, mate, it's insane. He goes, you've kept the same intensity from day one to 10 years later. He goes, I've been watching. Because we were at Silverwater, then I went to Goulburn. You know, I went to Parkley, so then I was down in Goulburn. I was at Long Bay. So I was, then I was at Narra with him for a couple of years. And then I was at fucking, like, for 18 months, I was with him at Parkley. So, man, I've done 5-6 years with the bloke. You know what I mean? And that's how I maintained myself and my mentality. And I'm always that happy-go-lucky guy. I go, fuck, man. What? I said, man, what, it is what it is. Man, I put myself here. If you put drugs into fucking countries, mate, and you get caught and you go to fucking jail. These people don't read the criminal brochure. Down the bottom in fine, you know what I mean? Down the bottom in fine print, you get fucking pinched, you're going to jail, you fucking imbecile. Simple as that.
Yeah.
It's true.
Oh, fuck.
Because they get pinched and they're going, oh, fuck, hey, mate, what's up? I said, didn't you get the brochure? I mean, what do you mean, what brochure? I said, the criminal one. You get caught fucking doing anything illegal, you fucking imbecile, you're going to jail. Oh, fuck, won't I? That's a bit harsh. I go, well, fuck, mate, it's true.
It is. And mate, it's interesting to note that, yeah, you were, welcomed by so many different nationalities and crews in there. And I can only imagine that's because what you're doing from day one, you're fucking working yourself over, you're encouraging other people to work themselves over. Like I said, that's real hardness, that's real toughness, because it's like you're imposing it on yourself. And I think most people really admire that, because I don't know, I think it's a universal thing, right? Like everyone can do that. Everyone can get out in the yard and fucking absolutely rip themselves to bits with burpees and circuits, but most don't, and because they're not tough enough, they're not hard enough. So when they see someone doing it,
and they're fucking bitter on the world too, you know. I mean, you're the one that fucking, fair enough, you got given up like I did. Rusty Sester gave me up but the thing is these guys. I said, but it is what it is, man. What the fuck, this shit fucking happens, man. You've got to fucking roll on with it, man. Even still today, like I used to hold the pads for JMs from 1-4. Like, you know what I mean? They come down ages ago and we had a train at the balcony where at the unit down the beach and went for a swim and walked, mate. And I don't listen to that music, right? No, so I'm still good mates with JMs, Now he's their main guy from 1-4, the singer, I don't know if you've heard of him, but
yeah. I've actually seen him perform, I think in Vico once, was tripped out, but
they're massive. They're fucking when they got people running and taking one photos and fucking this and that, and I'm just kind of going, the fuck? I mean, just how big, because I don't listen to them. Okay, it's just how big you are. So we go down, we have breakfast, right? So we go and have breakfast and we have a fucking fruit. Mate, guys, can I get a photo? People, Wayne, do you know these blokes? I'm going, it's just the boys I just fucking train with every day for fucking months. I'd hold the pads for them and like, they're ringing me up. I can't wait. Can we come down and train? Yeah, but so they come down, we fucking train them, we swim them. And then all of a sudden we go and we cruise, we go for a walk. Oh, fuck, let's go. Because they're big boys, the Islander boys. They're big. Let's fuck, I'm still hungry. So we take them out to, I take them with my mate Harley. He's another rapper. And I go to Harley, let's go. We'll take him out to the boat shed. So we take him out to the boat shed. We get big seafood platters. But the joint was fucking packed, mate. Everyone's screaming out, yeah, 1-4. Well, I'm just going. I was so taken back,
wow,
like how big they'd blown up. You know what I mean? Like they even come down when I did last year I did a thing for the Rise Foundation. I'd done a speech with the kids and stuff. I said 1-4, I want you to come down. I didn't say nothing to the kids. But I told Benny Hicks, who runs the Rise Foundation, I said, mate, they're coming down. So about 3 of them came down, with their manager and that, and the kids were just going, fuck, Wayne, are you kidding, mate? Kids, mate, everywhere. They should have seen them, because we did it in the surf club, just about, staying on the right path, don't divert like I did and end up in jail for 10 years. I said, mate, there's no good outcome there, so just teach them and stuff and keep their spirits up. If they have any issues, just call me and whatever. And then when 1-4 to mate, the phones are off the hook, mate. Just I look around, all the kids are ringing. Kids are running from the beach, running up. Just like I'm talking hundreds. was just fucking people coming everywhere, you know. And I was just going, fuck, boys. I said,
Mate,
yeah.
it's
Like,
crazy. Like, the funny thing is too, you know, like when I was a grom, or actually not when I was a grom, kind of when I was in my late teens, early 20s, like, that was Maroubra, like the Bra Boys were that, right? So they were like the celebrity househo crew, right? And when you
yes,
grow up in the area, you also know that, like, yeah, like, you know, Bra Boys, tough crew and that, but like, fuck, there's hoodlums from Housing Commission all around you.
yeah,
Like, and it's like every now and then one of them gets their time in the sun. So like, you know, back then it was the Bra Boys was like this huge fucking media event. You know, you guys were just getting peppered by cameras and this and that. And then now it's like, funnily enough, it's like Spanian and like the Woolo crew, you know, like
right,
who were
yes,
fucking at Bondi every other fucking day. You know, Spanian used to rip cones in my house, like, and
yep,
then, you know, now you also got like, yeah, like you said, it's all about Mount Druitt now, 1-4 and like this kind of gang. So now they're really famous, and it's such a weird thing that we have, like, in our culture, in this media culture. Like, on the one hand, we celebrate these stories, or we know they sell papers, we know they get ratings. It's this weird kind of relationship we've got with like the underclass, where we like to punish them and celebrate them at the same time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and
it's funny, isn't it?
it's fucking weird, man. Yeah.
And like you said, like you like to punish them, but they like to glorify them too. It's kind of you like they're
Yeah.
sitting and they're rocking, you know. It's funny, but for me, I love a fucking underdog story. I
Me
fucking
too.
love it, mate. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I love that fucking Butler getting up and getting to the top. You know what I mean? He had all this controversy around, and they just fucking rise like that. But those guys can't play anywhere in New South Wales like 1-4. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
They get harassed by the cops.
like proper, like fucking proper. You know what I mean? So I love it. I hear when I speak to Jay, I go, man, it's fuck. I'm so proud of you, brother. Because I'm always that older guy. But the thing is, it's like the boys the other day. They put me on the 50-20. I didn't, you know, because I'm coming up 52 soon, and they go, fucking 50-20. And I'm going, well, like, what do you mean? They go, mate, you're fucking 50, but carry on like a 20-year-old. Well, I didn't
Well,
understand, you know what I mean? And then one of the boys go, fuck, a 20, I'd say more like 13, 14. The guys go, because I'm such a big kid, you know, everything's just, nothing's ever serious. I'm just always joking and carrying on.
yeah.
So
Well,
they put me on the 50-20.
man, you got the fucking you know, you got the energy, and you're in better nick than a lot of 20-year-olds I see getting around these days with their fucking head in a phone and their mouth on a Slurpee.
Yeah.
But man, yeah, like, I guess how was I going with that? But oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, you know, as much as people glorify like that lifestyle, that kind of classical like that kind of houso gangster criminal, like a lot of kids look up to it, even when they're from rich families, man. And you would have seen this a lot in the eastern suburbs. Like, I definitely did. Like, you would see more down my end of the coast, you'd see a lot of rich kids, like, you know, bunging it on, like pretending they were hoodlums and pouring that. And, you know, but meanwhile, daddy's fucking can cough up for the 20 grand barrister. So they're not going to juvie, but
That's his
the other groms are. And like, uh,
100%.
yeah, like what people don't realize about the legitimate battlers is like how much fucking heavy family trauma, family violence, sexual
Yeah.
abuse, drug and alcohol abuse underpins that lifestyle. Like, they see these guys in chains, you know, roided up, fucking rolling around with flash cars and that or whatever, living that lifestyle. And a lot of kids kind of can aspire to that, and like, but they don't understand, like, man, like, those people don't really have a choice to be like
That's
that or
right.
not like that. They're from
But
fucked homes. They're from fucked setups. They grow up in
yeah,
a commission housing project where they're just surrounded by older criminals who show them the ropes, and then it goes from there. You know, you go to jail, and like you said, that's crime
well,
university, and they never
with
step
that,
out the loop. And
with, with
they
the,
end up fucking more often than not necking themselves, or
yes,
you know, it's no way to live. Like, you end up fucking addicted to drugs, you end up snitching, you know, like there's all these outcomes that are just awful, and they're the predominant outcomes. You see the Instagram selfie, but mate, you don't see that little kid when he was 5 years old crying because his fucking dad's not there or his mum's on the nod or whatever. Like,
That's the thing. What they do is they see that little part in the middle where the guy, they don't see the before and they don't see the after. So what they see is the guy's fucking kicking goals. They don't realize what he's done to kick those goals. And they don't realize what happens after you kick the goal. So what happens is you've got this little period in the middle, and this is what people say, oh, fuck the cars, the Sheilas, whatever, you know what I mean? But what made me sick, like I said, I was missing out on football games. Dad's not there. Mum's on the fucking nod, in there smoking, eyes on the gear, whatever it may be. And that's made him fucking hard and staunch. But yeah, in the period of those years, mate, you know, that's when he's most vulnerable. You want that nurturing, you know, but he had nothing. So he's had to grow up quicker than he should have. Then he's made his way. He's here and here. And this is what people see. There's no fucking fairy tale ending in this game. There's no fairy tale ending whatsoever, mate. You know what I mean? You're right off into the sunset with your fucking beautiful wife with fucking $20 million. That's not, look, if you can get to do that, fucking kudos to you. But mate, I don't know anybody. You see these periods in the middle, guys owning big houses like myself, driving nice cars, kids going for fancy schools, got everything I needed to go. But look what happens afterwards, mate. Like, I'm going to tell you now, I speak to my dad, and two of my brothers. I don't speak to fucking none of my fucking family. Like, none. My kids don't talk to me. I don't speak to my mum. She fucking robbed me for everything I got, fucking a house, anything she could fucking get. Yeah, my stepdad, like, he's just a piece of shit. Like, mate, this is what I'm saying. So people don't fucking see the aftermath, mate. So figure, I've got a big family, mate. I speak to fucking three. My dad and my two brothers, Taylor and Timmy. That's it, mate. No fucking age. Everyone's just kind of going because of my parents robbed me. I said, fuck you pieces of shit. And they thought, oh, fuck them. We're on two sides. Oh, if we choose sides, we're going to choose like my mother's side. I said, mate, there's no sides because it's not between you and I. You know, I said, you've chosen to choose sides. I said, you know what I mean? Like, I never did nothing to my aunties, my uncles, no one. None of them. None of them. My cousins. I got nothing. I got nothing. Like, you know what I mean? The worst heartbreak one is the kids. I said, but, you know, that's not, absolutely nothing, you know.
Yeah. Oh man, and you know, having seen people live this lifestyle and seeing the before and after shots. Some people I'm really close to, you know, seeing the before shots, just, you know, like family bullshit of a level that you can't fathom, you know, and you're looking at them just getting treated like shit when you're little kids, like, you know, locked outside their house, like in the middle of winter, you know, fucking freezing cold, like they got no parent, don't know their dad, their mum doesn't want to raise them, like they're just basically a street
Some
urchin.
people should never have kids. Some people honestly should just
Fucking
never
oath,
have
man.
kids, fucking full stop. They
Oh,
just don't have that capacity. They can barely take care of themselves. So why would you want to bring some little fucking precious little thing into the world if you can't even take care of yourself? You know
and
what
it's so
I mean?
common,
So
yeah.
it
And
is. It's a nightmare. You know what I mean? And you see those kids when they come in. You see them like the amount of times I did when I was in there doing my 10. The amount of times I've seen the fucking rollover. These people come in. They get out. They'll be good. Boom, straight in, mate. Months later, you see, mate, they got fucking scabs on their face. They're half their weight. They're back on the ice with gear, whatever it may be. Like, and that's it, mate. It's just that's their lifestyle, and that's how it's going to be because they've never really had any guidance.
and they're in pain too. Like they don't even understand why they're in pain. You know, that they're trying to medicate that pain. The pain's anxiety. It's from being triggered all the time. It's from living in a state where your central nervous system's flooded with cortisol. It's an addiction to conflict and drama, which I can relate to. And you know, like you become addicted to like what's killing you, and it starts as fucking drama and conflict, and then it becomes drugs because you never feel right, and you have to get rid of that pain.
We,
They don't know how to.
yeah, but the thing is, what it is really what they're doing is they're numbing themselves. And this is what I say to the you know what I mean? They're numbing themselves. Stop it. And so what that happens is when it comes time to deal with it, what happens is you've built up so many layers and suppressed everything so fucking thin. And when you come to do it, you're chipping away layers, man. It may fucking take a year, two, whatever. It all depends. You know, like when I got busted in that, like I've done stupid things, you know what I mean? Like I fucking wrote letters and I apologized to everybody. The weight off my shoulders wasn't like I fucking didn't kill anybody or nothing like that, but I was just like, you know, just a just a knucklehead, you know. And then I said, oh mate, we've forgiven you for years ago, mate. You got to learn to forgive yourself, you know what I mean? And that's what happens. You got to learn to forgive yourself too.
Mate, that is such a good point because you know, one thing I learned is like, you know, every incident that you're involved in, like, man, every person who fucks up in their life, they're gonna have to live with that. And they're gonna like you might forgive them, but then they're gonna have to forgive themselves, and they will actually have to cross that bridge, man. And because deep down in those wee small hours of the morning or whenever it is, like that thing's gonna come knocking on the door and be like, remember when you did this? That was fucked up. And like, so that person has to live with that. And mate, it's not easy to live with that kind of stuff. Like it's that the shame and the guilt and like these things are fucking awful, mate. That's like God or the universe's
Yeah.
or karma, like whatever you want to call it. But
Yep.
it must be answered to at some point. So, you know,
Has to be. You have to do, communication is key with anything, mate. And I was never a big communicator, you know, and all this shit. And obviously, I bagged everything. And then I just started fucking unloading, mate. I just started fucking unloading. I said, "Oh, mate, you know what I mean? Sorry for terrorising old mate down there, Barker. Tell him to leave an 8 ball out or wherever it may be. You piece of shit, right?" And just stupid things that were just unnecessary. But I'm so sorry. They go, "Mate, but you still?" I said, "Yeah, mate. I'm still hooked on that." Because I traumatized you at that period. He goes, mate, fuck, I forgot about that. That was 5 years ago. I forgot about that. Like, fuck? I said, mate, I need to talk about it. I need to get off my chest. And I just did this slowly by slowly. And in the end, mate, I unloaded all my fucking baggage and all my shit that I just apologized to everyone. I said, I'm so sorry. Mate, I didn't realize everyone was already gotten and moved on, but I hadn't and built up on me. And then the one last thing I need, I said, listen, I'm sorry for doing that, mate. This fucking overwhelming feeling come on, just everything just dropped. I was like, oh wow, like, oh, man, I feel unreal. Like I owe nobody nothing. Like I owe nobody nothing. Now I apologize. I've done the best I could. You know, at that stage with the knowledge that I had at that time, I'm free. I don't do any head yards, mate. I'm free.
wow. Wow. Yeah. And man, talk to us about, you know, you talked about the transition in, but talk to us about the transition out of that, out of prison. Like I understand, I think I might have even been there for your first surf outside of jail. Was it up at Kira for Omar, Tropical Cyclone Omar? Was that around?
Oh, yeah. Obviously, I like my transition wasn't too hectic because I'm a very adaptable person, but at the same time is they integrate you back into society when you're coming out of jail. You get your C3. So I was out working and stuff. I remember the
Right.
first day I worked out, it had been 8 years, 4 months since I fucking walked. Oh, 8 years, yeah, 8 years, 1 month or something, right? So before I even walked outside in civilian clothes, you know. So and I was at Long Bay and I walked out and I just, mate, because what I think made it very comfortable, very easy for me, right? Honestly, is because I was in my area, so I knew it. I was come out from Long Bay, so it wasn't unfamiliar. When I got moved to Park Lee, and then they said, "Oh, you're going to work release here at this bloody wrecking yard." You know, I walked out and I was like, "Oh, fuck, what do I do? What bus do I get?" So when I first came out, like I was in the area, so I was pumping down the road, just going, "Oh, fuck, wow, look at this." And then 5 minutes in to the walk, I stopped. I went, "Fuck, I'm out. What the fuck? Oh, fucking hell, I just fucking, you know, just rolled on up to the bus stop. Yeah, mate, how are you, buddy? Fucking took me to the bus. In the end, when I'm getting the bus to work, I'm standing, I'm not even sitting. So I was only going to Matraville to work anyway. So it's like a 6 minute trip down that road. I'm talking at the end of the bus road. He's a real big jacked up guy, as a wrestler. No, fuck, mate. So me and him were just, mate, yeah, fuck it. Because they see the thing, you know, because you've got an ankle bracelet on too, so they can, you know, the screws can monitor where you're going and stuff because they give you a path to go. Man, fuck it, yeah, man, I'm talking to people. How are you, mate? What's happening today? Mate, I was just, mate, that's just how I am, mate. You know? I'm just pumping around and just talking, just happy as Larry. And then, so, like, obviously, so I transitioned quite well. And when I got out, I didn't think, fuck it, look at this. The one, when I went to get some clothes, I needed some extra clothes. I went to East Gardens, I put in the form, and then I was waiting for my mate, James. And he's coming, he's 10 minutes late, mate. I started fucking sweating. I started getting a bit because I was waiting for him, you know. So I started getting a little bit of anxiety. Then he turned up because you know, there's 1,000 people around, you know what I mean? But it wasn't too bad. Like, I didn't start going, oh, fuck, it's just heavy. I didn't. Well, I kind of just started sweating a bit in my head, going, fuck, I hope he turns up. I hope something hasn't happened. And he rocked up, and then I just instantly just went like, Mom, let's go get our clothes. So we went and got our clothes because we needed clothes for work, and went down and had fucking ribs and burgers, joint on burgers and ribs or whatever there. Oh, mate, I'm fucking telling you, mate, it went down so hardcore. We got the ribs and like the little mini burger. Then this is nowhere like, 'cause I hadn't had none of the food like that. And then I went, mate, oh fuck, give us another burger. And the guy looked at me and went, mate, are you kidding right now? He goes, I just watched you eat a rack of ribs like this little burger. And then I ordered this massive big fucking double cheeseburger, scoffed the whole thing. He went, wow, mate. He goes, wow. So, and then we went back to jail after that. And so I kind of integrated quite well. I had a good support network, you know what I mean? At this stage, I've got a new missus, you know what I mean? My dad, my brother's there, and my sister-in-law, you know what I mean? So I had a really good, my kids were here at this stage. And so, mate, I was kind of just went, oh, yeah, fucking whatever. And just rolling on out and went surfing, and I was working. And then then I hit that cyclone. And that's when I had that little altercation with my mate telling me to fuck off.
Yeah, I watched that go down. That was funny as.
So you were actually out there?
Yeah. I was surfing, and that was a mental swell. Oh, I don't know if that was Omar actually. No, I don't think it was. Or maybe it was one of the ones after. I can't remember anyway. But classic shit, classic fucking curious shenanigans. But mate, I guess my memories of that, and I was wondering too, like, you know, when you're locked up, like, how much is it killing you? Like the surfing must have been like, that's like coming off it's like coming off a gnarly drug. Like you must have just been talk about doing a head yards. How much were you thinking about surfing, and like, what's it like when you've spent your whole, you know, people might not realize too, like you were a high end surfer, like you had many spreads in magazines, many covers of magazines, some of which I had. And so you're then fucking your lifeblood, the thing that has tied your existence together for so long, is taken away from you. Yeah, you said it. It must be one of the hardest parts of being locked up. But how often were you thinking about surfing when you were locked up?
Obviously you're thinking about it all the time, you know what I mean? So when they grabbed me when I was 38 years old, right? So I kind of just put it down to, like, I did so much in my life compared to hearing stories inside my life. People haven't even left their own frigging suburbs, like literally, you know what I mean? I'm just kind of like going, so I just thought myself, how grateful am I that I've been around the fucking world. I've done this, I've done that, you know. Obviously the water, it's in my blood, you know, surfing, it's in my blood, you know. So obviously I was thinking, just going, oh, fuck, I'd love to get a wave in and stuff like that. But really, I didn't harp on it. I didn't start going fucking, because it was just like, it's like I would have loved the route. You know, it ain't happening. You know what I mean? You ain't getting a route. You ain't going fucking surfing unless you're rooting some screw S in there or something, which is like, yeah, fuck that. You know what I mean? So these things aren't happening. You know what I mean? I'd get the surf magazines and read it. So I was never really that guy. Like, I'd ring up the boys, what's going on? Fucking, how is it? You know, oh, fuck, unreal. How good is that? Because I've never really been that jealous type on that type of thing. You know what I mean? So I was going, oh, that's unreal. I said, get away from me, boys, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And then I had Derek Riley write me, don't worry, Wayno, the waves are still going to be there. Ours is going to be there. Maroubra Beach will be there. These places are all going to be there for you. Nothing's changing. You know what I mean? So, like, obviously, you know, you wanted to do it, but you couldn't. So I didn't really beat myself up about it. You know what I did was I did a lot of reminiscing. Fuck yeah, remember that swell? Fuck, I got some waves there. So you kind of sit there and you do that, and I'm fulfilled. You know, I was fulfilled and doing things like that. You know what I mean? So
What swells were you reminiscing on? Like, talk us through some of the fucking just the crazy trips or the crazy swells you got.
Mate, a lot of it was like up here. I remember there's a session at ours that we did, and then Lane Beachley surfed it. Like, mate, I swear to God, Lane Beachley came out. I think Lane got a couple of fucking cover shots too, right? There was that swell, mate, was so fucking perfect. It was. I don't think I've ever had it. Everything was perfect, like beyond perfect. I think I got like two. Bill Morris took, I got two big, massive, fucking double page spreads. This, mate, you see the tip of me nut, like, it was so phenomenal. So that one was there. Just go, remember that, because we were chipping in at the back getting whipped, let them go so deep and just coming and going plonk on the others before that step up and just fucking getting kegged the hop. There wasn't a drop of water out of place, mate. There was dead set, like, I think there was maybe 3 skis. I think there was like 2 people paddling compared to when I first got out and I went and I turned up to the first swell there. I nearly fucking fell over. There was 15 skis, fucking 30 paddlers. I was just going, oh my God, this is a fucking zoo.
Really? So that was the first time you went there, it was that busy?
First time. Like, I was fucking in.
Wow. What year was that?
So I got out in 2019. I got out
sorry.
September 19th.
Sorry. So like the first swell you went there. Oh, so that's the first swell once you're out.
Yes, the first swell I went to, when I was out, when I went to ours,
it was busy.
Gobsmacked. I was man, I put up in the car and I was just going, Jesus Christ, I was going, mate, I just kind of double parked and went, what the fuck is this? People photos, people everywhere, 30 heads in their skis. I see Dill Longbottom, I boom straight off. He's just whipping me, bang, 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 like, he's a grouse. And so I was taken back, you know what I mean? And then a lot of time, I was thinking, because I done like 19 seasons in Hawaii, you know what I mean? I got to
19. Wow.
Yeah, I did 19, mate, since a little kid. I remember I was with Kai Boy. Like, Kai Boy was, because he's a couple of years younger than me. Like, I was in Kauai and that, mate. Like, he was just a fucking little kid, But that was staunch off the bat. You can see those fuckers.
Yeah, mate. Talk us through Kauai in those days. So, like,
mate, they were proper. They were proper staunch. But see, I went over and stayed with Hippie Dave. You know what I mean? And then I bumped into my mate Randy, who I was in Puerto Escondido with. And Randy's brother is Harbour Bill, which is Josh Molkoy's dad.
Oh yeah, I know Josh.
Yeah, Josh is, mate. He's a legend. So mate, I've gone from hippie days. I just started staying with fucking Randy and Popsy. And Josh was there, but Josh went back to Santa Cruz, and then so I was just there. So I just got taken in the wind, and they knew all the boys, they knew everyone, and I'd see Chava and that all the time, and they're staunch fuckers, mate. They weren't overly friendly and stuff like that at all. You know what I mean? And then obviously as time went on, and then so I'd go from Kauai, I'd go straight onto the North Shore, and then I'd go stay in the North Shore. I'd stay there till fucking April. Like end of March, April, just ride every swell that I could.
Yeah.
And then I'd come home, do what I do, and then I'd go back to Bali, so I'd travel that,
Wow.
And after the period, then in the end, man, I'm fucking mean, Kai Walk's picking me up. We're going to fucking Barmies, I'm with Kala, with, just Makua, we're just rolling. Like I was dead set. Like I'd paddle out the pipe. It was like, with Braden and fucking Uncle D and she, so we had Nate Fletch, like, so it was a proper all-star. That was like my home.
Wow, so you're getting wave, mate. You're getting waves at pipe off the boys.
Fucking straight, mate. Like the thing is, we all travel. I go, mate, everyone get the fucking head. I was a bad G up there. I was always, people don't get a fucking head of yourselves, mate. You can't travel. Everyone wants waves. I said, you just come to mine. We could do the same. But it was in a friendly band. Yeah, well, fucking stop cheering up. So for me, it was like me paddling out in Maroubra with all those boys and that. Yeah. Obviously, they're hungry and they want to get their photos and stuff. And I didn't give a fuck if I got a photo or not. But I never had an issue. Never one issue.
Wow.
Surfing third dip with Jay Adams. You know what I mean? Me and Jay, and we'd go over the third dip all the time and just get it fucking flawless with Marvin Foster at the time.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was the cruise that I'd kind of linked up with.
Some heavy names in there. Fuck.
Oh mate, massive, like proper, like you know what I mean. And I was just a little blonde-headed kid, barely even shaving, just smoking joints and punching cones and just fucking, just. I was just being me. Plus, there was only me.
Oh, so you won out this whole time. That
helps. I'm only one out, but I'm not with any of the boys or nothing. Nah, mate.
You're just a novelty, aren't you? Like they just like love having you like this one little random Aussie upstart.
And the thing is, one person fits in anywhere. When you got 2 or 3, it's like, it's a bit hard, So people come and fucking stay with me. All of a sudden, I'm with Rico in the Oakley house because he was like the Oakley guy there, and so I'm staying there in front of the house, right in front of off the wall. And shit, you know what I mean? Makua, I'm up at Makua, and fucking Kai balls come around, Kala, we're all, like hanging. For 2 years, we're in the N-log house, with Nathan and stuff. And so, so I was very lucky. I was always one out. I never cruised with any crew.
That's so classic, man. That's, mate, you're probably one of one people who's had that experience. Like, you know, I know Kobe's tight with the Hawaiians, but like at the same time, like you were before that and you were one out. So like,
Yeah,
not many people in
I was
history
lucky.
have been
Yeah.
welcomed to the inner sanctum of that core Hawaiian crew, especially Aussies. Fuck.
Like, mate, I swear, like, because I'd been over in Kauai a couple of times, and then Kai Borg had moved over to the North Shore, and I remember coming in one day, like clear as a picture. I come in from Rocky Point, and Kai Borg's he's always intense, like he's proper intense, you know what
Mm.
I mean? And I remember but just coming on, walk up the beach, hey, like that. And I looked at him, hey, like that, because he's seen me with Popsy at fucking rifle range and stuff. And I'll go, yeah, to the boys, give him a little nod. Never fucking really interact because they're proper hardcore. Because Popsy gave me the rundown, like Harbour Bill, which is Josh's dad, Josh Morcley's dad. And, you know, on the main side was, you know, like some days we surf rifle range by ourselves, like not a fucking soul, like nobody. Like we're the first footprints on the, like, it was just insane. And then like, these are the boys, rah, rah, and stuff. I went, yeah, yeah. But I'd already seen him, Kai Borg, before I even was staying with Pops and Randy, because at Hippie Day, because Hippie Day used to grow his weed and pig shit. So, yeah, got any fucking pig weed? Yeah. And so I was kind of like, yeah, mate, I knew everybody. Yeah, mate, I'll get you, you know, oh, he's got some. And Kai Bob would come over and smoke a joint and shit, you know, and I'd be just there. So I was there, right, at Hippie Days. Then I'm all of a sudden, I'm with fucking Harbour Bill and Popsy, we call him Harbour Bill Popsy. So I'm with them, you know. So and I just went, fuck it. And then they're going, who the fuck is this bloke? He's with him. And he's with him. And then all of a sudden I'm on the North Shore. I'm staying at my mate Johnny Tito's house at sunset, and I rock in. He's like, hey, I guess what the fuck is you're everywhere, mate? And we kind of say, yeah, mate, fuck. He goes, oh, you were just over there. I went, yeah, fucking this and that, you know. And I never told nobody. Like I didn't come home and start, God, I've got this joint at rifle range. I'm surfing Polo. I can say these names now because they're blowing up. You know, like so I never. And then when I rock up again the next year, boom, there I am again, just solo, just with the boys. I never fucking went with anybody. Not one person did I ever go with, ever.
Man, and I guess that means as well, like you would have seen like AI and BI, like Bruce and Andy on the come up. You would have seen them as Groms in Kauai, and I
I hung with
understand.
those. Yeah,
Yeah, and
they were the thing. And then later in the year, later in life, I met them, and then we would surf together, party together, we'd run amok together. You know what I mean? So yeah, I knew the boys, and I'd seen them from a young age, and they had seen my head too. So it was, you know, because I was always with those older guys. Yeah, so it
that's
kind of just it
crazy.
just evolved like that.
Yeah, because Andy and Bruce ended up, you know, spending heaps of time in Maroubra,
Yeah, yep.
and surfing the Cape and elsewhere, and you know, obviously good mates with Kobe, and it's crazy to think that, yeah, you would have just seen them as these spindly little groms, fucking going absolutely hambone. But, you know, what are your memories of AI and BI, I guess.
Oh, mate, I got fucking very fond memories of those boys, you know, just through surfing and being on land and running amok on land. That's we used to do back in the day, you know what I mean? So it's funny because like I had the house in Europe I was telling you about for a couple of years in a row, and but they'd always come over and we'd fucking party on like rock stars after they got knocked out of the contest and stuff, you know, and then like I was with the Brucey's wedding and stuff, you know, and stayed at Andy's down there because he bought a big house down in Honolulu and stuff. And so I got fucking such fond memories of those boys, you know what I mean? I spoke to Nate Fletch the other day and I asked how Brucey was. He said, the last time I heard Brucey was in Florida. And I said, last time I heard Brucey was in Florida at some big festival, you know, and it was funny because when Brucey won his first WQS, or the CT, sorry, the CT, it was in Bali. So when he first won that one, like what was happening was like he'd hang with us or come in, surf Uluwatu's at the contest, and then he'd come back down to Bali, party with us, like proper rock star shit, right? Then he would leave at fucking 5 in the morning, right? Honestly, he'd leave at 5 in the morning and then go back up to Uluwatu, surf all fucking day, right? I'm going, Brucey, mate, listen, this is how, mate, it's so funny. So it was me, Bruce, and Nate, right? So it was like three peas in the pod. Like all the boys, we had the biggest fucking kite ball was there, my crew was there, but like, we had like 20 Hawaiian boys that fucking me, and there was like other boys there. Like, it was the biggest crew that we'd ever got together overseas. Like, all of us were in another country, you know. I'm going, Brucey, listen, and mate, me and Nate are trying to talk to him. We're off our heads, fucking mate. I'm going, listen, mate, we can't do this, mate. You could win this contest and that. And you know, he looked at me, he fucking goes, Wayne, if it ain't broke, don't fucking fix it. This is working for me right now. So I'm going to keep going. I said, so, mate, the guy, even on the finals, mate, he left us at 5 o'clock in the morning. He left us at 5 in the morning, went out, and I ring Kyball. I'm going to fucking Kyball. I said, what's going on, Borg, out there? He's going, Bruce, he's made it again. He's made another one. I said, mate, you better get out of here, mate. He's in the final. So me and Nathan, we all jumped in a fucking car. We flew on out, and then we couldn't get in because they topped off the top of Hulu's, and then, oh, mate, you know. So I had to ring up the boys. I said, fucking boy, what the fuck, someone sent it. So they quickly back on the bike. Well, no, they boys, so we fucking got in there and was like, yeah, mate, we've been bending for days by this stage. And mate, we're just rocking around, mate, just fucking. And then, you know, where is he? He's down there, he's preparing and that. And we're fucking, I'm screaming on the cliff. He looks up, gives me the fist pump and shit. And he's in the finals with Fred Patasia. So, you know what I mean? And then everyone's up there by this stage. Brucey wins the contest. We run down. We couldn't carry him up because we're on the coral reef. So we had to tippy toe, and then he got up on the cliffs and stuff, and then we fucking, you know, and he fucking celebrating. We're all yelling and screaming and shit, and just, you know, just the mindset of some people are just stronger than others.
Fuck, man, that is such a wild story, and I can only imagine just the energy of having his whole crew there and your whole, you know, which is the same crew, and just like the froth and the power and the, man, it would have been.
You could feel the energy. You could fucking feel. And then 2 days later, he rings me up, guys, use the fucking kit. And because when we got there, we just we found out what room he was in, and we just signed everything onto his room. So we just fucking, fucking give us 10 bin chance. We want fucking double the curls. That fuck with me, and they were running them up. He goes, you're kidding, cunt. He goes, you've just fucking, mate, it's a fucking $2,000 bill. I said, yeah, and I said, it's all right, Papa. I said, oh, mate, it was that fucking funny.
That's unbelievable.
It was just all a G up, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. It's all funny money at that point when you've won a comp. Fucking hell. $2,000.
Everything was on his
that is a few million rupiah. Yeah, fuck, that's iconic, man. Wow. And AI, man, best surfing you ever saw him do? You must have seen him fucking go ham a bunch of times.
You know what? So many fucking times, mate. So many times. But this one day in France at fucking VVF, they call it, or VV. It's on the other side of Capricorn. VVF.
Yeah.
And it's where all these fucking they call it very, very fast.
Yeah, I've surfed there, and it gets those crazy TPs, like it.
Mate, fucking unbelievable, mate. That there, mate, I'm telling you now, mate, it was like, but up further, as you look in there, so up here, it was like running down, and I just, the guy didn't even have a leg rope on, mate. Didn't even have a leg rope. Never fucking fell off once, mate. Every fucking wave, it was sickening. I was just going like, what the fuck is this? It's just, you know, like, you know, you surf okay, but their level, like even now, like watching the contest, that level is just so high. Like it's so high. It's just, it's unfathomable, you know, that you could ever be there, you know. I was just watching him, mate, this one day, mate. No one come near him. Nobody. No, not only that, I spent days like in Hawaii with him, in Kauai and shit, you know what I mean? Like ripping, just next level shit. Same with Brucey, fucking 3-4, that small little board at pipe and backdoor, just, you know, just drop in. Oh yeah, I like the small board. I can fit closer to the wave. I can get underneath, and everyone's riding fucking 610s and things, like trying to get in, you know, like these guys they were just a special breed.
Fuck. They revolutionized surfing in so many different ways. It's even that, just like small boards at fucking 8-foot slabs, like you know, that's basically what everyone's doing now. But you know, they were the first to kind of, pretty well the first to really get that dialed.
Yeah.
And man, just we touched on it, but yeah, your own story. So you come out of jail and then you surfing like a fucking man possessed. Like you were on every swell, it seemed, in within the borders that you can travel, which is, you know, just New South Wales. Yes. But yeah, talk us through the swell bender on the backside of the stand.
Well, because I kept myself so fit in there, and I always watched what I ate and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I just went over to a new level in that way, and I knew I'd be fine. when I first came, what was out was my timing. Like when I was surfing, my timing was a little bit out and stuff, and like, you know what I mean. But I swear to God, and my mate said it because my other mate did 8 years. He goes, I promise you, 4 or 5 serves. He goes, you're fucking back, you're proper back because you've maintained yourself. You know what I mean? And that, I swear to God, it was 4 or 5 serves, mate. I was back, and what I felt that I brought more and what was better was my consistency. You know, like sometimes, you know, like back in the day, you surf good for a couple of days, but then you're on the drink, full of shit, taking Xannies to go to sleep, like smoking fucking 100, like so. It was more of a roller coaster, and now there's no roller coaster. So this month now, so in 17th, I have a look at this 17th to the 21st, been 14 years clean.
Wow.
14 years this month. So
wow.
So now
epic.
my life is just consistent, mate. It's like it's fucking like, you know what I mean. There's not as many roller coasters. Don't get me wrong. I get fucking flat days too, like everybody. You know what I mean. But 99.9% of the time, I'm fucking on high energy. So when it came out, like I just fucking chased like a fucking like I was possessed, you know. And I just and still now, like now I'm a little bit. I have to chew. I can't piss off as much as I want, you know, because I've got a few workers that work for me now and stuff, and you know, so but I can still allocate all the jobs when I'm away and things like that. But if there's a good swell that's on, I'm fucking on it.
Epic, man. Yeah. So you're at Kira, and then I seen you at I mean, yeah. Well, let's just say it's a slabbing right nearish to where Dill Longbottom lives.
Yes.
And I mean, pretty blown out these days. And
fuck, that place that's my favorite wave. That's by far my favorite. That's so blown up now. Like it's blown out. Yeah. But like that wave is, mate, next. We just surfed it the other day. It's next level. It's
next level.
It's proper world class.
Oh, it's world class. It's amazing that you know, the crew down there managed to keep it off the radar for as long as they did, because it is as good as any wave in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. I always say world class. It's proper fucking world class.
Oh man. And so yeah, you're down there, you're at Depot, which is the fucking like one of the evilest waves on the planet. I'm calling that joint.
That's proper
so
hurtful,
heavy.
that one.
Oh,
that's hurtful.
mate, how did you find going out there after 8 years high and dry?
Oh no! Well, by this stage, it's been over 10 years. You know what I mean? Since
Yeah,
I
over 10 years. That's right.
You know what I mean? So but mate, like I was okay, because I just kept that fitness level up. You know what I mean? I wasn't fucking bloated. I wasn't eating shit. So I was surf fit. I felt good. I felt fucking good. Like you know, like I was absolutely fine.
Yeah, and where else did I see you popping up? I mean, the Cape, I guess. Yeah, like ours, whatever. I mean, still so close to your home, like must still be so close to your heart, even though it's busy and that. Like you must still love it down there.
Oh man, absolutely. Look at it. That's a treacherous wave. I'm going to tell you now, in all my fucking life, I've never made it out of that joint unscathed. Never. Fucking broken boards to getting washed across the rocks to getting fucking ragged on the board. I never make it out of that place unscathed.
Yeah.
It's just what it tortures me. It's a feast or famine, mate. You know what I mean? It loves me. Yeah, okay, yeah. And then it just terrorizes me.
Man, I can remember the first I ever saw that wave was in a tracks film. I believe it was Formula 1 or Formula 3 or something. And this was it's still in my mind, the most iconic surf section I've ever seen. And it is it's you and the boys at ours. And I think the first wave is either you or Evan getting backwash catapulted in. Yeah,
that's me.
it's you. That's right.
I was fucking, mate. You made that thing. Do you know that was my first wave ever there?
Was it? We
only just discovered when all the boobies borders have been. That was my first fucking wave there. I took off and I was seeing the backwash coming. I go, what do I fucking do here? I went, oh, I better get out of here. So as I try to go and jump off the back, it's catapulted me full on flip. Mate, I got so punished. So punished. This is so that's the start of my career at ours.
Man, that's
The
crazy.
day that ended, the day that ended, this is dead set. The day that ended, I watched one of the boys take off in this little tiny thing, right? It just grew to 6 foot, right? I get pumped the wave before. My leg rope gets wrapped around my legs, right? So I'm completely to fucking together, right? I'm fucking together. Like I can't move. I'm trying to go under, mate. Then the next wave hits me. I'm just, mate, I'm trying to do with the two hands because my legs are together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get in there, right? Then another set comes watching me. By this stage, I'm up over the fucking rocks, just getting wrapped. Mate, so I started like that, and that's how I finished the first day ever at ours.
That's
So
amazing.
that's how it is for me now. I'm always getting punished.
Man, it's for sure like there's no more powerful opening to a surf section in any film I've seen. I've seen a few. And like just the music, and there's just a bunch of hoodlums in hooded jumpers, and then you're doing a triple backflip like balled up like Sonic the Hedgehog, and you're just going, what the fuck is this? Like nothing had been seen like even remotely like that at that point. It hit so hard. And oh man, that was also like right in the guts of when it was all going down at Maruba. Like it's just all around the Heinze kind of period, and Jai in his case, and like the Cronulla riots, all that shit all kind of seemed to happen within the space of 5 years. And
Yeah.
man, it was a wild time. And yeah, I just, mate, I was just a grom and watching it all go down. I was just like, wow, these guys are next level. Like, look at the waves they're surfing. And yeah, it put a massive rocket up everyone in the whole area. Yeah, so iconic.
The boys, I was saying it the other day, it's like, we don't really produce many pro surfers at Maruba, but we produce a lot of fucking hardcore chargers.
Max McGuigan, mate, he is
Yep.
high end,
Yep.
very good. Like, and for me, it's kind of the pinnacle of surfing, in my opinion. Maybe it is just because of where I grew up, but I really, more than anything, admire people who wrangle fucked up thick tubes. Like that's
Yes.
predominantly all I really want to watch when I see people surfing, and they're predominantly the waves I surf, but not to the degree that you guys do. So just to make that clear.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, mate, you know what I mean, like that. And that's what Muru produces, you know what I mean, like, yeah, like a lot of the boys that have no care or carefree attitude, like fuck it, let's go, you know what I mean. So you got one, and it still gets passed down generation to generation, So it's good to see the boys still doing that shit.
It is, mate. Well, I'm going to let you go because you've given me heaps of your time and energy, and I'm very appreciative of that, man. Unless there's
Thanks, man.
anything you want to, mention on the way out. I know that you've got a legitimate and solid business now, and I mean, you're doing really well. Like, yeah, if there's any parting messages or whatever, go for it.
Well, at the end of the day, like, you can live a normal life and still get ahead. You just have to want it a little bit more. You know what I mean? So back in the day, I felt like we were saying about, we were kind of like just the commoners and stuff like that. But these days, your average plumbers, your builders, like your scaffolders, but like you can get ahead now. There's actually room to get ahead. You can still be the commoner if you want it, but if you wanted to excel a little bit, like just so like me, just being normal, not getting into crime, mate, you can still. I don't know plenty of people that are getting ahead in life and doing great for themselves. So stay straight and narrow.
Well said, man. Well said. Roofing seems to be the go-to for a lot of surfers. When it rains, you don't work. How good's
Yes, that's what my mate does there at Wardell. That's what he does.
that? Yes, there you go.
Yeah, that's what he does. He does his
Uh,
roofing too. Yeah,
yeah,
so perfect.
classic,
Mate,
classic.
thanks so much for having me. I really,
Nah,
really appreciate it. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you, mate.
on
Thanks
you,
so
mate.
much.
Good on you, man. I appreciate your time, and what a wild time it's been.
That has, mate. That's why I said there, someone said a little while ago, mate, if you were to drop dead now, mate, you've lived 10 lives ago, mate. Yeah, so yeah, it's pretty much true.
I reckon you'd have a sleep deficit around about someone who's lived 10 lives too. You've been awake for as long as someone who's lived 10 lives, surely.
Back in the day, I was, sleeping was cheating.
Mate, good to see you happy and healthy. And yeah, we'll hopefully bump into you on one of the slabs down that way.
100%, mate. More than welcome to come down here anytime, buddy.
On your way, no.
Thanks, Jetty. Bye, buddy.
See you, mate. Bye.
Bye, mate. Bye.